is in the construct. Hold up. In the construct of the fucking argument, Seattle has beat more teams in the top 5 in both sets than New England has. And that was my whole fucking point.
Why does that matter?
It's just what happened.
No, I understand that, but why does that matter? I'm asking, why does that matter?
Because Seattle is the top 5. No, why is that? Because Seattle is the top 5 in both.
No, I understand that, but what I'm saying I understand that, but if that's what the question is, I also, from the get-go, said that I agree with Bo because it's any given Sunday.
I never said that. I said that.
Okay, so if it's any
I never
given...
said New England couldn't win, right? I just said if you're looking at what has happened, going off the fucking facts objectively of how the season has played out, you would hedge the bet to Seattle. The fuck are we talking about?
And the reason why it matters, New England, you just said, why does that matter? The reason why it matters is because when you're
the motherfuckers can't win.
Listen, when you're looking at two different teams.
Yeah, but I've never argued that.
Wait a minute, hold up, stop. The reason why is because when you're looking at both of these two different teams, the odds are is that the team that can beat and have a clean schedule against teams that are in the top 5, offense and defensively, versus a team who struggles against those in the top 5, and then every other fucking team that they beat is below top 5. I think the hat goes to the team that clearly has the advantage.
So it's a difference of one game.
I would feel you if it was more than one.
It's one game.
You are literally.
Can I answer
this whole
really
narrative is off of one game against Jacksonville fucking Jaguars.
Can I answer this question?
Go ahead.
Okay, so it's not a difference of one fucking game. It is going over here and looking at how many fucking teams are above or competent. Okay, because when you play 14 teams that are under 500, all right, and I hate to use this argument, but you guys are making me fucking use this. When the strength of schedule matures at the end of the season, and you statistically had the easiest fucking schedule since 1999, okay. And then you get into the playoffs where you're playing historically bad offenses, okay? What are we talking about?
Okay, hold on. I keep hearing that word schedule.
It's bullshit.
Time out. Hold on. I keep hearing that word schedule. They don't control their schedule. They did not ask for these games.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Hold on. It's crazy that we don't bring up the schedule in previous years. You know, last year, Philly's team... No, we did not. No, we did not. We did not talk about Philly's schedule last year.
No, the strength of schedule it's not the outcome. It's not the outcome of the season.
When y'all was 2-2, Robert.
Measured.
Yes.
Hold up. Strength of schedule is measured before the season starts, right? Right or wrong?
Right.
Do they not statistically measure it?
Yes and no.
What are we talking about?
It is measured. It is measured wrong, in my opinion.
The way that the schedule
in
is
New England, I got a question.
What you call it? The way that the schedule is looked at is before they put the.
I got a question for both of you guys.
And then they measure it after the season is done.
What was the toughest game that the Patriots had to play this season into the postseason as well as one? What was their hardest game?
Texans.
Buffalo.
Buffalo. Which are both of those teams are better than Jacksonville, in my opinion.
Texans.
To both of those teams.
What's the hardest game that we played all year?
I mean, if you go statistically, yes, the teams are better than Bills and the Texans, I guess, statistically on both sides, sure, whatever. But if you talk about team totality from coaching staff to everything, I think the Bills is a better team than. Yes. They played better competition, at least the top games, anyways.
So to go back to your question about the Rams, right? Are we discrediting how hard divisional rivals are?
I get that.
Not when one of them is a complete hospital team, bro.
I have a question for you.
Wait. I had a plane I was landing with that question.
Hold up.
I had a plan. I was landing with that
the
question.
Pats versus the Bills 10 times this season. How many times did the Pats win that game?
I say 7, bro. Being real.
Okay, but I'm gonna land this plane real quick. You said
Really,
I heard one person said the Bills. One person said the Bills was the hardest team that they had to play.
Okay.
You guys played the Bills this season. You guys split.
I hate the Niners, but
when you guys beat the Bills, you barely won against the Bills.
They still won, motherfucker.
I understand, but you barely won.
What is barely a win?
3 points. There is no such thing as a barely win and then a win or a loss.
3 points. Here's my thing.
3 points. That means that you did not convincingly beat this team. You're acting like you didn't convincingly beat the team, but you still won. Why are you getting knocked for winning?
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on.
I'm knocking you for winning.
Hold on, because I have to talk my shit for a second. Because before the Chargers game, I was told, oh, well, the Chargers defense is going to expose men. You guys are going to lose to the Chargers. That didn't happen. Then I was told that, oh, well, this is the greatest defense since 2009 statistically, and they're going to make shit.
That's not the argument.
Hold on back.
No, because we understand the defenses were great. We're not arguing that. We're talking about the other side of the ball, right?
Yes.
That's the whole conversation.
Thank you. Please.
Why do you guys keep going back to the defense? We don't fucking argue with that.
Well, I've heard. Wait. Why are we changing the energy now? Because I thought defense wins championships.
We're talking about you being able to beat a balanced.
Hold on, no, we're not.
Tell me, what balanced team have you been able to take out this season? Not one-sided. Don't give me that one-sided shit. I'm talking about both sides of the goddamn ball.
So here's what I'm going to say, right? Because defense does win championships, but a great defense cannot make up for a atrocious offense. Why? Because they don't control the ball.
Atrocious, bro.
They can't go over here and score points consistently.
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody's saying New England.
You can allow fucking.
Okay, hold on.
You can allow
New England.
The entire game, and you let
just keep it coming.
Where's the Chargers?
All the shit coming.
Hold on. Answer me this question. Where's the Chargers ranked at offensively?
I would say top 13.
Their offensive line was actually dead last.
Offensive line? Oh, you said offensive line? Oh, yeah, terrible. I can.
Yeah, they were.
Well, if your offensive line is terrible, your whole offense is going to be terrible.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
What are we talking about?
New England. Look, I haven't got a chance to talk.
Real quick.
Oh my
God. What about Houston? Hold up, DJ. What about Houston?
So they went on a 10-game win streak with a terrible line.
I didn't ask you that. I didn't ask you about wins. I'm asking you where is the offensive for the fucking Houston Texans ranked at?
Please.
I would say below 18.
Okay.
I think it's
with
all season maybe.
With the play of Jarrett Stidham, was that offense ranked anywhere close to what it would actually be with Bo Nix?
No, but we can't use that argument.
Context, but that is the context.
Bro, y'all was hyping up Jarrett Stidham like he was Nick Foles, and then when he doesn't do it,
you're talking about people talking shit before that.
Jarrett Stidham had absolutely
New England. We have no control. Hold on.
Are you kidding me?
We have no control what other people say, bro. We were just having a conversation about talent-wise on both sides of the ball, bro. Before you came in, this was not an attack.
Everybody in this panel.
This was not
nobody
an
thought
attack.
No, I heard we have no shot. We have no shot. That's bullshit.
I did not say that. I did not say that. One word of that.
I don't know what game y'all did watch. Even after that first half from Jarrett Stidham, I don't see how you can't say we didn't have a chance.
You had no fucking Jarrett Stidham went over here and
Are you kidding me?
That's cool game.
He gave the fumble up in the second quarter.
Thank you.
I mean,
he was good.
I mean, listen, fellas, listen.
He had a good first quarter.
Dude, stop. Because literally, after the fucking the donkeys got the news that fucking Bo Nix was out, everybody in that goddamn locker room knew the shit was over. Okay,
you said donkeys. That's crazy. You just said donkeys.
That's actually correct. Jared fucking Stidham, who hasn't taken a snap in the last fucking 2 years since he played for the trash ass fucking Raiders? Give me a goddamn break. Everybody knew that motherfucker was gonna go out there and throw the goddamn game away. So don't try to tell me that. Oh yeah, they had a chance with Jared.
To be fair,
you guys did. You guys had a fucking easy route because both games back to back. There was a quarterback crunch. Both games. Back to back. There was a quarterback crush.
Wait, so why don't you give our defense credit for fucking up CJ Stroud and fucking up Herbert like that?
Because there was no quarterback.
So when the Chargers, after the game, when they said, oh, well, we didn't know what the fuck y'all was in defensively. And then we pick off CJ as many times as we did.
The Chargers were a waste of the fucking playoffs. Okay? Everybody knows that.
We're talking about the same Chargers who are 0-3 in the playoffs with Justin Herbert.
Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, I can sum this up in basic statements for real. If we look at both these teams and their playoff performances, we can say one or two things about both teams. When we look at New England, we can say the defense playing hot, offense playing cold. When we look at Seattle, we can say defense playing hard. I'd say that playing hard. They have better competition. And
the defense and the offense are both on fire.
Dude, no, that's the
and the special teams. And the special teams.
Get the hell out of here with that shit. On all three sides of the ball, those motherfuckers are playing at 100%.
And then you look at that team, they're playing like a machine. Where New England, we're debating. It's debatable. We're wondering about that offense.
New England because they've been struggling. They've been playing easy teams, and the easy teams that they do play, they struggle against those fucking teams.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's not that they can't do it or not. It's just we're wondering if New England's offense can come up to par because so far we've seen them struggle in the quarterback.
That they actually can.
And they haven't been playing good quarterbacks. And when you consider the fact that Jared Stidham, if he don't fumble that ball, Denver could have quite possibly beat them boys 7-3. And that's ugly. I don't give a fuck which way you slice it. That's ugly.
Look,
Seattle would have been favored by even more if Denver won that game.
Like I said, man,
that's just what it is.
I'm not saying that New England can't win this game, but like I said, they can't control the schedule that they were given, and a win is a win. Either way y'all look at it. I mean,
I give you that. Yes.
Yeah, you let me know. You let me know how many teams have went 4-13 the previous year and won 17 games the next season. Please tell me.
I
thank you.
Are we using that as a fucking
we are.
crutch?
It sounds like we are.
That as a crutch? Like
it sounds like we are
doing.
I'm telling you, how many teams have done that?
That's literally what he said.
Here's my thing.
He literally said, when we get challenged, we can't win. But when we are not challenged, we can win.
Here's my thing, okay? Seattle, in the toughest division in football, okay? In literally the toughest division in football.
I agree with that. I agree with you
won
there.
14 games, okay? I'm not going to lie and say that we had an all-hard schedule because we both had to play the NFC South, okay? But to go over here and say that playing the Jets twice a year, okay, compared to playing a Niners team twice a year.
You play the Cardinals twice a year, too.
Who kept the games close. My whole thing is you take the Cardinals and you put them in any other division, okay? What is their record? They went 11-6 last year.
The Cardinals went 11-6 last year?
They went 11-6 2 years ago and went 9-8 last year. So what are we fucking talking about? How bad have the Jets?
I mean, do we think that New England can beat the Rams?
Okay.
You played the Jets twice. You played the Dolphins twice.
Wait, didn't the Bills lose to the Dolphins though?
Because it's a divisional game. It's a divisional game.
When
that
shit matters.
Teams are shit.
Yes,
they are
that
shit.
Shit matters.
That's what it is.
Yes. You know what? Hey, this is where I gauge it. Because when you played against a fucking
so in the division rival thing, right? Can I just ask you guys a question, right? If you have to play obviously your division twice a year, right? That is in itself, I agree with you guys, is hard, right? Because the first game you're going to show schemes, right? And the second time that you play them, they're going to know what you're doing, right? Wouldn't it be somewhat easier for an offense to scheme shit up against a defense 3 times and vice versa to the other side?
No, it's not. Let me ask you this. New England. What is one of the hardest fucking things to do in the NFL for a head coach?
I think personally, it's balancing your depth pieces, like the people that
the hardest thing for a coach to do.
The hardest thing for a head coach
to
do is to beat the same team twice in your division. That is the hardest fucking thing to do.
I don't think that's the hardest thing to do. I agree, it's hard.
Because if you're able to beat that team twice, then yeah, you got that team's number. Most teams balance. Everybody's typically 1-1. But for you to be able to beat a team twice is very difficult. So saying that, oh, we can scheme something up and be able to get lucky or whatever, that is not easy.
When you play 2 games against the same team, it's 2 completely different games because you know what they're doing.
Exactly.
Each team is going to. When you look at it,
so when you have the Jets, when you have fucking the Dolphins, when you have the Giants, your fucking division literally was handed to you.
You can't even say that you played the same quarterback twice because both the Jets and the Dolphins, when you played them the second time, they had 2 different fucking quarterbacks.
Exactly.
Okay,
so my whole thing is,
my whole thing
is, okay, Seattle had to beat the number 1 ranked offense in the league with the LA Rams, who is also a division rival, okay, who they just played in week 16 and then played the Niners in week 18, had to play the Niners again in the divisional round less than 2 weeks later, and then the Rams at the NFC Championship, bro. Okay, there is about 1 team who has sincerely cooked a fully healthy Seattle defense, and it's been the Rams. Okay, and the fact that Matthew Stafford threw for almost 500 yards and still lost the game. Okay, they had a wide receiver over 200 yards and still lost the game is dumb. It proves how balanced Seattle's team is.
Okay, that's fair, and I agree with everything you're saying. But again, I heard, I don't know who said it, but I heard that we have 0 shot. That's just not true.
I said it.
I heard it too.
That's what I said. I said it, and I stamp it.
And to talk about the schemes, like somebody mentioned schemes earlier, each team's going to scheme up about 5-6 plays to try to push that ball down the field. And so that's gonna both teams are gonna have that advantage.
Of course.
So the reason why I don't like talking about offense and defense is because it goes to schedule.
They are going to do that for sure. But what it comes down to is on both sides of the ball, who's got the advantage, who's got more leverage to be able to mismatch against whatever it is that the other side of the ball is going to be giving them.
Wait, DJ, just answer me this question real quick. Has Sam Darnold had to go up against a secondary like us, would you say?
Yes.
Yes.
Who?
Yes.
The Texans.
No. I mean, like throughout the playoffs this year, the games you've played.
Yes,
they have the same kind of secondary than we do.
I will definitely say that they did. Yes.
No way, bro.
No. The Rams
Come on,
bro.
Come on.
No.
Are you serious right now?
I am.
This is why I don't like
Christian Gonzalez and Carlton Davis and Craig Woodson and them boys.
Wait.
No, gang, I'm sorry.
I don't want to hear nothing about Gonzo because his stats are inflated. He missed half a season and didn't go against not one top 5 receiver this year.
At all.
Christian Gonzalez.
Oh, I mean, I'm just talking about in totality.
He didn't play against Jamar because Jamar was suspended that game.
In totality.
No Burrow either.
The highest rated receiver that he played was DK, and they lost that game.
Yep.
And it was old man Rodgers throwing to him.
So my whole thing is, right, we can go over here and say that the defense is good. I'm not saying that they're not because they are very good. Okay? New England's defense
but they are
very
untested.
good.
I think that's fair to say.
That's where I was going with it. Okay, we have seen the top wide receiver on Seattle and even the secondary.
How many yards Drake London go for this year?
How many yards did he have on Gonzo?
A lot. I know, a lot. That's what I'm saying. Outside of that one game.
What you call it? You're going over here and you're comparing a wide receiver that is not in the top 5. You are going up against arguably 1A in the wide receiver category.
Okay, so hold on. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I think JSN finished in quite a few, top statistics this year. if I'm not mistaken. So
he led the league.
Yeah. So let me ask you two a question, John and DJ. So could you arguably say this is a true test for them then, even though it is the Super Bowl, and if they win, then you can actually say you were wrong?
Oh, for sure, definitely.
That's all I'm saying. I think this could be a true test, honestly.
Oh yeah, definitely. They got to play their fucking best
Now,
ball.
hold on. Now, likewise, if the Patriots get blown out, will you maybe you'll agree that the schedule thing kind of matters?
No, absolutely. I'm just saying you could arguably say this is their true test because y'all just said
test. Exactly. They got to come out and play literally the best ball of their entire life. It's not guaranteed that you guys are going to be back here again. But you got
the ball, listen,
take advantage of.
So what I'm going to say is, right? At the end of the day, that's why I said it's 50-50, right? It's a game of football, bro. The ball can bounce away or it cannot, right? Even though Seattle has had a great...
I got to
bro. Even though Seattle's
like 4 picks, is that going to be more on the
finish? Let him finish.
Even though Seattle's offense has been as good as it's been all year, right? What if this is the game? It just doesn't click, right?
So let me give an example for that, okay?
It's a possibility, right? I'm not. That's why I said whoever said that Patriots have no chance in winning is. Then you should have been hitting all your tickets all season long, right?
So let me
if you can call a game like that, sure, I understand the probability because of the facts and the objective of what we've seen and how the season has played out.
Yeah,
but they have a possibility.
I mean, they have higher than 40%.
I mean, you know, like this right here.
So this is
when
the
Patriots played, I'm going to go here with it. I'm gonna go fucking back to week 1. When the Patriots played the Raiders, I was like, the Patriots have no fucking chance in hell. You know what I mean? You let the trash ass fucking Raiders beat you, and they're playing horrible. This is probably gonna be another repeat of last year. But then what did they do? They completely turned their shit around overnight and got on a winning streak. They figured it out. They started getting in and catching their rhythm. And now they're here in this position right now. So it's not to say that, you guys absolutely have no fucking chance in hell.
Thank you. That's what I heard. That's all I disagree.
Anything can for sure happen. We will see how it shakes out. I'm looking at advantages for one team versus a different team and how it stacks in favor of one versus another. But again, that fucking coin can toss any goddamn way.
So, Bag, let me answer your question, right? Because I think it's a little misconstrued. Okay. Seattle has proven that when the offense does not play well, the defense will go ahead and lift the team up to give the offense a shot.
So have we,
in
though.
the worst game that Seattle has had this season, the quarterback, Sam Darnold, threw 4 picks in the same game, okay, and was 3 yards away from winning the game off a field goal.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Somebody told me that was the reason why they had faith in Sam Darnold in the playoffs.
So what I'm saying what I'm saying is, right? The way that I'm looking at this, right, is New England has to play the best football that they can. Okay? Why? Because lately, they've been going over here and they're averaging 16 points on offense in the playoffs. Okay? Seattle's been they've been averaging 36 points in the playoffs. Okay, it might be a little misconstrued because Seattle only played 2 games, and you know what I mean. New England's played 3.
I get it.
If you go over here and you look at how good the quarterback has to play to win games, Drake May needs to go over here against this Seattle team and have the best game that he has had in 4 weeks.
No, in his
at
career,
least
let's
4
be
weeks.
honest.
And my whole thing is, right? My whole thing is Sam Darnold threw 2 picks against the Rams, the same team that had his number this year. Okay, because they have.
Mm-hmm.
He threw 2 picks over here and came back 14-30 and won the game.
Cool.
Okay, he wasn't playing good up until the last fourth quarter or the last quarter. You know what I'm saying? So
and we just seen Drake May. We just seen Drake, and I understand that, but the context and how the game goes is everything, right? So
100%.
We just seen Drake May. I understand the context and nuance is different statistically, but we just seen him win an AFC championship with 140 yards in total offense.
Very true. Very true.
85 yards passing, 60 yards running.
when we're going over here and looking at the context of the thing, there's a reason why it's swinging Seattle's way, and it is because
I get why it's swinging Seattle's way. The argument, but John, the argument was that somebody said they had no chance.
No chance. That's what I
said. That's New England's argument.
Here's what I'm going to say. Okay, whoever fucking said that, and as a Hawks fan, you know what I mean? I'm a diehard Hawks fan. Okay, whoever said that is wrong. It is completely wrong. Okay, they're completely fucking wrong. And the reason why I say that is because on any given Sunday, Sam Darnold can throw 4 fucking picks in a game and lose us the game.
Yeah, because we don't. His sample size of the playoffs and big games is
4 games.
The same.
Well, hold on. Can I give you guys a different perspective? Here goes
3.
No, hold on.
3.
Listen, there's something we're not considering. There's something we're not considering, and I haven't heard this yet from you guys. That Seattle and New England both played 6 common games. They both played Pitt. They both played Carolina. Okay, let me land my plane with it. They both played New Orleans, Tennessee, Atlanta, Tampa Bay. Anyway, in those matchups, Seattle beat those teams on average 34-18, a difference of 16 points on average. When it comes to New England, I scored those teams 27-18. That's a difference of 9. Now, if you put the offense against the defense, that score comes out to 26-22. Now, if I switch you over to what the spread is for the game, if I look at the team props for Seattle and the team props for New England, Seattle's is 25.5. That's at 26. New England's 20.5. That's at 22. So they're pretty much getting these numbers from them common games they played. Yeah.
So the only reason why Seattle is favored by 4.5 is because of the playoff games, right? New England is in the playoffs ranked the highest rated defense because of the points allowed, okay, and the performance. Okay, Seattle, although they had the massive shutout of the Niners with 41-6, okay, the next game was closer, even though it kind of shouldn't have been. I'm not going to go into what ifs because with no taunting call, that game is an 11-point win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
then you can say without the muff punt.
Without the muff punt. You know what I mean? But at that point, Seattle was still up. You know what I'm saying? Seattle was only down in that game once in the late second quarter, and then took the lead back before half. Okay, it was I think it was 10-13, and then 13-17, and then Seattle scored again to make it I believe it was 24. Yeah, 24.
Yeah, 24-17, I think.
And that's going up against elite quarterback play.
Yeah. So what I'm going to say is I personally don't look at the spread only because I like to go over here and check how the teams are performing, right? They're going to need to score more than 28 points to win this game. And I'm just going to put that out there because Seattle going up against the top defense in the league and the Texans put up 27. Okay, all on offense with no turnovers and no help from that offense. So,
and that's a lot considering that the bar is 21.
Yes. So what I'm going to say is I think that New England, they've played some really good defenses and top 5 defenses. I'm going to give them the credit. It's just the offense needs to start clicking more. What New England needs to do to win, okay, is they need to get Hunter Henry involved like a motherfucker because Seattle's defense, when it comes to tight ends, is, I believe, 15th or 16th in the league.
And Henderson.
Okay? They're bad.
And he's coming in cold.
I'm going to slightly say if New England gets their run game going and they control the clock, they can actually win the game that way as well.
Yeah, if they can get if Henderson can get big plays.
To be fair, that only works if you get out to an early lead.
If they try to, looking at how the Texans held their run game in check, I don't feel like their run game was going to do them much of an advantage going against that front. That I mean, it's going to come down to the trenches, of course, and I don't see them getting out of the trenches at all.
My whole thing, right, is New England. I wouldn't, if I was if I was a gambling man, I wouldn't go over here and bet on Ramondre Stevenson or the other running back, Trevion Henderson.
Hey, John, say wager.
My bad.
Why?
If I was a wagering man, because Seattle has not let a 100-yard rusher in over 20 yards.
Their props are 50 and 16.
Now, my whole thing is, right, Seattle against top running backs this season have been proven. Okay, they went up against CMC twice. They played Bijan Robinson. They played Jonathan Taylor. They went over here and shut all of those running backs down. You know what I mean?
Well, listen, if the bar for Stevenson's 50 yards and he's gotten that 2 out of 3 times, do you think he's going to get what's required?
I'd say the over on 50, yes, maybe, but the under on 100 is the safest bet that you can go with.
Oh, that's double what's asking. That's double the bar. We're talking crazy when we talk like that.
Is when a running back only or has less than 100 yards, right? Or if he has around 50 to around 80 yards, he has an okay game. If we're banking on Stevenson to have an amazing game, dude, that's
like a 1,200, 1,300 yard back.
It's not gonna happen.
80 yards is like 80 yards. That's like 1,700.
So, is it realistically you have a better shot going over here and saying that Kenneth Walker on the other side is going to have an amazing game than Ramondre Stevenson is going to? Well, that's the fact.
Hold on. No. Can I just say something?
That's a valid point. That is a valid point.
I mean, that's a valid point. Kenneth Walker's bar is double. Listen, Stevenson's 50, Henderson's 16, Walker's 76. He's more than double. He's double both them cats.
The reason I say that, right, is because Kenneth Walker in 2 games has 176 yards and 4 touchdowns. Ramondre Stevenson has 194 yards and 2 touchdowns in 1 more game than what Kenneth Walker has played in the playoffs.
Yeah, but Walker played the Niners, bro. Their run defense is like 30th in the league.
That's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say. New England.
What you call it, red zone defense, bro. Sitting at 75%.
Hold on, bro.
They weren't going to score.
You can say that, but listen to what I'm about to tell you. New England has just played the top 5 best defenses that the NFL is showing right now. They just played the top 5. They just played 3 of the top 5 defenses in the playoffs.
Right, and how many of those top 5 defenses didn't have a quarterback or a good offense to complement them?
That's irrelevant to what I'm going to say. That's irrelevent. They held down.
No, it is. It is.
It's not. It's not because their defense.
I'm about to explain it to you.
Hold on.
I'm about to explain it to you.
Hold on.
Seattle's third against the run.
Can I finish? Can I just finish what I was going to say?
Top 5 defense?
Is it not true if you're out? If you have a lead, if you have a lead and you're a defense, I don't care if you're the best defense or the worst defense. If you're playing without a lead, in other words, your offense has to score the ball, and every drive the defense comes on the field, you have to make a stop. I don't care if you're the best defense in the league. You're not statistically going to be good if you're always playing from behind. And as a Bears fan who's had great defenses over the years and shitty offenses, I can tell you this: your defense can look way worse than it actually is just because your offense is buns.
So you get one-dimensional.
Have a complementary team.
I'm going to say this.
And you literally just called the Chargers a top 5 defense.
I didn't get
no. I said I don't care if it's. I said I don't care if it's a top 5 defense.
I know, but Jordan literally just called the Chargers a top 5 defense.
They are.
Statistically, they were ranked.
Statistically, they were. What are you talking about?
Kidding me?
Huh?
The Chargers were giving up 20 and under, only 20 points a game.
Based on what we saw.
No matter what we saw,
they allowed 16 points in the playoffs.
The Chargers were a top 7 defense when the playoffs started. You know that, right?
Yes, I know that when they started, but do you consider a top 5 defense that night that you motherfuckers played them?
But that does it. I'm not a New England fan. I'm just telling you they played what they played, and they played the top 5 defenses in the AFC. They just finished playing them and beating them. Right?
They held a 28-point offense to 16 points.
It doesn't matter. I don't care what you do on offense. Their defense right now has been playing light. New England's defense has been playing lights out the last 3 games.
So let's look through this.
Jordan, because they've been playing bad offenses.
Now you keep saying bad. What is it bad?
What do you mean? That's because
oh
my God, the Texans, the Chargers,
the Chargers are a bad offense.
A Stidham Broncos.
The Chargers aren't the best. Sorry, hold on, bro. The best offense you guys have played in the playoffs was the Chargers the first week of the playoffs, and I don't know if you know this, but they are out 2 first-team All-Pro starting offensive tackles.
They've been out the whole season. What are you talking about? They've been out the whole season for them.
Of course. Are you not going to?
Like that the whole season. The Chargers been playing that the whole season. So what does that have to do with
anything? Actually, only one of them was out the whole season. Actually, no, it does because only one of them was out the whole season. Okay, first of all, saying no, it doesn't isn't an argument. So at least say something else if you're going to interrupt me.
You just interrupted me. I didn't get to finish. I'm trying to tell you something. You still
like if you're going to interrupt, at least say something of substance. Don't say no, it doesn't. Like at least provide you the conversation.
Because you're not making no substance. You're saying that because they lose their 2 tackles. They lost their 2 tackles in the beginning of the year. What are you talking about?
You're false. That's only one of them. The other guy
they lost both tackles within the first 4 weeks of the season. What are you talking about?
So
they lost the first.
We're gonna do one mic here, okay? We're not gonna scream over each other.
Hold up. So I have a question, right?
Wait, hold on.
Jordan,
we're gonna do one mic, everybody. Don't scream over each other, please.
Who do you think is winning the Super Bowl? Jordan.
Excuse me?
Who do you have winning the Super Bowl?
I can't even answer that because both teams are equally matched, and I can't say that any one team is better than the other team.
You're not equally matched. What are you
talking about? You're not equally matched in your eyes because you're thinking about numbers. I'm looking at
hold on, DJ.
I have a question. See, guys like Jordan is why. Guys like Jordan is why. Guys like Jordan.
You got hold on. You guys keep saying
one mic.
Hold on. You guys got to talk, right? You guys are saying, oh, they're playing offensive teams that don't have offense. That's not my fault. That's not the Patriots' fault. Whatever's put in front of them, they beat the whole season. I'm not even a Patriots fan.
Granted.
So you can't knock them for being whatever they're doing.
Not what we're saying.
You're right. You're very right. But see, here's the thing about it. Just because that's the schedule that you were given, and just because you had an easy path to win all those games, does not mean that when you finally got
so what's the easy path for you? Hold on.
Does not mean that you have what it takes.
There's no easy pass in the NFL. Everybody
absolutely there are.
But it was easy.
Hold up. Because statistically, the Patriots have had the easiest schedule this century. And that's ranked.
Yes.
Since 1999, the Patriots schedule falls at number 1 for the easiest schedule since 1999. That's what it was ranked.
Just because they have the easiest schedule, that's the knock against them. That's what you're telling me.
And wait. And who had the easiest schedule in '99?
The greatest show on turf. Who lost that game against the Patriots?
To the Patriots. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, you're telling me,
right?
Wait, so you're telling me the quality after that? Wait, hold on.
Need to matter.
Hold on. I want to get some context on this.
Thank you.
You're telling me the year after they won the Super Bowl, they had the easiest schedule in the NFL?
Yes, that is where it was ranked. Why? Because the teams that they played ended up or under 500. Okay, that means that teams that they were playing the season after they won the Super Bowl, who were predicted to go well, who were predicted to have a hard schedule because that's what they were going to get because they won the Super Bowl, they ended up losing over half of their games, every single one of those teams. That's where it was.
But didn't it say strength of schedule is said before the season?
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say.
Strength of schedule. Hold on, guys. Just so everyone, for context, strength of schedule gets updated at the end of the season. The strength of schedule does get updated.
So are you saying that they had the easiest schedule before the season started, or
before and after? Before and after.
Who did? Who did?
New England.
Who did?
The Patriots,
no, they did
bro.
not. No, they did not.
Yes, they did.
No,
wait. 1,000% wrong.
No, I'm talking about the Rams.
Hold on. No, this year? Hold on. No, they weren't. No, they weren't. The easiest schedule. Listen, bro. Listen. The easiest schedule this season, in the beginning of the season, was the 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. If you want to be technical.
No, you're right. You're right. You're wrong.
Where did they end up?
Hold up. You're right, but hold up, John. You're right and you're wrong, Jordan. The 49ers. In the beginning of the season, it was 49ers, New England, Buffalo.
And the Cardinals.
And then I'm telling you the top 3.
No, I'm telling you, and I'm trying to tell him, he is trying to make it seem, no, man, we can't bags. You know that. We can't say.
I just want to know how a Super Bowl winning team gets the easiest schedule preseason.
Because it gets updated at the end of the schedule or at the end of the
season.
Right? So preseason, they were, preseason, it was one of the hardest schedules in the league at that time. At the end of the season, after measuring what each team that they had to go up against did, they ended up saying,
it was the
easiest schedule. Yeah, you can.
Well, we're not blaming them. We're saying it's context, and it is
right. Everybody's blaming them for the fucking schedule, bro. Let's stop. Everybody stop saying that.
The quality of the win goes over here and matters, right? You're saying that a win over the Seahawks is the same thing as a win over the Raiders. It's not.
If you played the Jets 17 times a year, you better win 17 of those games. Like, it's that simple. And ironically, 2 of the games against the Patriots are against the Jets, and their whole division is filled with Jets-like teams. So let's be honest.
Like my whole thing is, right, we're gonna go over here and compare apples to oranges.
Not
Okay?
filled with jet-like teams because the Dolphins finished 7-9, and you got the Bills in that division.
Very true.
Correct,
But when you compare it to the division that Seattle,
it's not as easy as it was, say, 5 years ago.
100%. 100%. It's not. But the teams are still bad. Objectively, they are bad. 2 out of the 4 teams in there, half of them are under 500. And that's what we're trying to say, right? You had a couple layups with the Dolphins.
Wait, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I love this argument from New England fans, but I'm sure that these are the same people who roast all the teams, like the Falcons, the Saints, the Panthers, who are in the easiest division in football. I know. I'm not done. I'm just saying is we can all agree that roasting the easiest division in football and you getting a playoff game because you won the easiest division in football. I'm not meaning the Patriots, I'm talking about the AFC. What is it? The South, AFC South, Falcons and Panthers in that division.
That's the NFC South. That's the NFC South.
Correct. My bad. NFC South. My point is I'm sure Patriots fans have no issue bringing that argument up to Falcons fans, to Panthers fans, to anyone in that division. But when it's used against them, it clearly, all of a sudden, it just seems ironic to me. All of a sudden, it's a problem.
Yes.
I mean, this year, wouldn't you say Pittsburgh had the weakest division?
Not really, because they had at least one team above 500.
What, Cleveland, Cincinnati, and Baltimore?
Where did Baltimore end up? 8-9.
Yeah. Okay, Miami ended up 7-9.
The NFC South.
9-8.
The NFC South. Every team other than the last team in the division was 8-9, and they hosted a playoff game, which they realistically could have won. Okay, I'm not gonna knock it. The Panthers had the Rams numbered this year. Every game that they played the Rams, it looked like they were going to win.
Pretty well that playoff game.
So I'm a Bears fan living in Charlotte, so I was local to the Panthers. The Panthers lost. Everyone around here was.
Here's the thing, right? So when we go over here and we look at the totality of the season, okay, and the postseason, Seattle has been tested more times than New England has.
It's a very fair point.
It's a very fair point.
To be fair, you could argue this is not even the hardest game that the Seahawks have played this year. I mean, yes, it is in terms of the stakes, but in terms of the opponent, I mean, this is the hardest opponent by far that the Patriots have played. And this is not the Seahawks can't say the same. So that's another benefit to the Seahawks.
That's fact. That's not true because they just played three of the top 5 defenses.
We're not talking about the defense.
Hold on, guys.
I don't see it that way.
It's okay, guys. It's okay. Hold on. Listen. Hold on.
You just broke it down.
Hold on. Who are the 3 teams? Hold on, guys. Who are the 2 teams that the Seahawks play in the playoffs again? They played the Rams, and then who did they play before that?
The Niners.
The Niners. Yeah. Oh, sorry. After
My
that.
whole thing is, before anybody says anything about the Niners, okay, this is the same team that put 42 on the Bears.
Okay. What is that? What does that even? What's the point of that? Like we have a top 5 defense or some shit?
Exactly.
My point, my guess would be. I think the 49ers are better defensively and offensively than any other of the top 5 defense teams that they rank holistically on both sides of the ball.
Hold on. The Patriots beat the Broncos. They beat I'm blanking. Who else did they beat?
Houston and the Chargers.
Houston and Pittsburgh. Oh yeah, no.
And
Houston and Chargers. No, Houston beat Pittsburgh.
Correct. Chargers, Houston, and the Broncos. My point is the Seahawks. I think we can all agree the Rams are better than all 3 of those teams in terms of. I mean,
absolutely.
If you were going to put money on both sides of the ball, overall. So that right there is already a harder game than the entire Patriots playoff schedule.
Hold on, What did you say?
Who's better than what?
Hold on,
the Rams.
Hold on. He said that what team is better than the other team?
He's answering it, Jordan.
I'm trying to answer, but I can't.
Let him answer it. Oh.
No, I'm asking him a question. What did he say? I didn't catch what he said.
Well,
he said what team is better than the 3 teams the Patriots play?
The Rams.
The Rams. for sure.
The Rams haven't been playing good football in like over 2 months. They've been like one of the worst defenses.
Bro. So this was in response to what you said a few minutes ago when I was making the claim that the Seahawks have played 3 harder teams just in the postseason alone than the Patriots, and I think we can all agree to that.
How is that? They're playing better defenses.
Oh my God!
Oh
my God!
Jordan,
Oh my God!
I don't understand what your makeup is. That's a
We're
weird.
not talking about the defense. We're not talking about the defense. We're not talking about the defense. This is getting crazy.
We're talking about the whole team.
We're talking about the total team. We're talking about the total team.
All 53, not
Wait.
Stop. Wait a minute. Jordan, we're literally talking about the whole team.
I swear to God, I hear one more person say
so the whole team. You're telling me that the Rams are better than the Broncos were this year? The whole team?
Yes, and just Sean McVay alone, just his value alone is better than that team. Just Sean McVay, he's the coach. Yes.
You're out of your fucking mind.
You're out of your. This is what I'm talking about.
You're
fucking
bugging.
What I'm talking about. You see,
Just to go over here,
this is delusional.
just to go over here and put some.
This is delusional.
Okay,
Yeah,
Seattle.
Wait,
Seattle
They're saying
and
Sean McVay
what did he say?
alone.
What did he say?
Sean
Hold up.
McVay alone.
So just to put some
makes
context,
John, hold up,
better.
man.
Just to put some context.
Hold up.
Yeah,
What?
we're
Southgate?
giving context.
You're out of your mind to say Sean McVay alone makes the Rams better.
No, dude. We're
Sean
talking
McVay right now.
literally-
Hold
not
on.
literally-
Sean McVay right
Listen, hold on. Let me clarify because I already made the statement.
Southgate, do you think Sean McVay can outcoach Jim Harbaugh?
They're both at home because they didn't kick a field goal.
I'm not asking.
Jim
that
Harbaugh.
question.
What is Jim Harbaugh?
I'm saying
gonna
between
do?
both coaches, Sean McVay and Jim Harbaugh, who do you think is a better coach?
Jim Harbaugh. Who's Jim Harbaugh? Well, you don't coach my team. My coach is Sean Payton.
He's just did. He's just.
I'm starting at the
hold on.
bottom.
Can I-
Wait.
Let's
Pause, because this is about something that I said.
Dude, I'm talking about all the
Whoever
teams
made that
that
statement.
I'm talking about
Lead context.
Wait. I'm talking about all the teams that the Patriots have had to face so far. Starting with Jim Harbaugh. Is Sean McVay a better coach?
Yes.
No.
What?
Yes. What the
What
fuck?
do you mean
Okay.
no?
Wow.
Yeah,
Is
well, hold
everything,
on.
is everything
hold on.
defense for you,
Wait,
Jordan?
wait,
So
hold
we're
on.
delusional.
Do you not like
You
offense?
answer the question?
Didn't
we're delusional,
Harbaugh take two different teams and made them better than what does
Oh my
McVay
God,
only
bro.
one team?
Are we-
You're
are
talking
we-
about
Sean
Sean
McVay,
Are we
bro.
being for real
You're
right now?
talking
Are you
about
asking
coaching.
me the
Are we
question?
being
Can
for
I
real?
answer it?
Are we being for real, Bags?
Okay,
You're talking
hold
about
on.
a coach
Wait,
that's
hold
been
on.
in the
Hold
league
on.
now a couple times and brought.
I don't care, bro. Has he won
Can
a
I
fucking
answer
Super
the
Bowl?
question?
Has he been or won the Super Bowl multiple times?
No.
All right, Sean McVay, I think, is a better coach. Yes. But if you give me that Charger team,
No, bro. We're not doing that. We're not
hold
doing
on,
that. We're
whose
asking straight
offensive
up,
line
Gabe.
wasn't decimated in week 2.
But it was.
So,
It doesn't matter.
here's what I'm gonna say, right? Hold on. To bring it back to context, okay?
But it's who's a better coach.
Yeah,
We're
this
not
is-
talking
this
about
is
that.
simple.
Yeah,
Hold
the
on.
results.
We did kind of get off track here. I made a statement that what?
The consensus in the league was
You
that the
said that
Seahawks
Sean
and the
McVay
Rams.
alone could beat the
What
Broncos.
the fuck? I said the consensus in the league was that the Seahawks and the Rams were the number 1 and 2 teams in the league. Okay? They were the
Okay.
top 2 teams in the league. That's why they were the favorites to win the Super Bowl going into the postseason.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. If I hear, I haven't heard it yet, but if I hear someone else say defense without, because that's not what the context of the conversation is, I'm gonna lose my shit. We're talking
I
about
know,
both
me
sides
too.
of the ball.
Yeah,
We're talking about both sides of the
I'm the one
fucking
who made the
football.
statement. Exactly.
Literally,
Thank you.
we're
So
not
I
talking
was
about one
literally
side of
saying-
football. We're talking about both
Okay,
sides
so I
of
want
the
to ask you a
football.
question.
Yeah, and
Hold
both
on,
sides of the
hold on,
football,
hold on.
including
Wait, hold on.
including the coaching staff,
Hold
including
on.
the
Do you
staff.
think Sean Payton is capable of outcoaching Sean McVay?
He's capable of it, sure. No one's saying
Okay.
he isn't capable of it. This is football's chess, bro. Anyone can win on any
Exactly.
given Sunday. And
Exactly.
one of the factors,
All right,
and it's
but,
not
okay,
a fair
but
sport, by the way.
Southgate, is Sean McVay better than? I mean, is Sean Payton better than Sean McVay?
I think he's a better coach, yes.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
I
No.
disagree. Absolutely,
I feel like both of them are equally balanced.
No,
I think
Sean
he's a better
McVay is
coach.
the youngest
Here, well, hold on.
I
I think you could
actually
make an
Situationally-
argument.
I actually
situationally,
think.
time out.
Well, hold on,
Situationally,
wait, hold
I'm
on,
going
I
with Sean
haven't
McVay.
spoken in 2
We're
fucking
going with
hours.
Sean McVay.
I'm
Not
just
here,
adding
but fine.
context to my question, my statement.
All right. when Sean Payton walked into that disaster of Russell Wilson in Denver and what he's done in 3 years is fucking amazing.
What about what Ben Johnson did in 1 year? So coaching does really matter. My point is, the reason I correct. I know, but I'm on your side. I know I'm on your side, bro. I'm just saying is. This guy was saying, well, why does coaching matter? I'm saying we're talking about the whole team, so we should include the coaching staff. And someone was berating me for saying, I don't remember. Someone earlier was saying who's better, the Rams or whatever. And I was saying, well, just Sean McVay alone is better. I don't mean literally if Sean McVay with nobody is hypothetically better than a fully equipped football team. That's just ridiculous. But in terms of just one for one, coach for coach, Sean McVay will outcoach, 90% of other coaches. So it does matter. And if you have a good coach with a shitty team, that can make the difference between playing a good team with a shitty coach. And sometimes I'd rather take the coach in that case.
Because Sean McVay did some coaching job against Seattle.
Are you using one like that one game?
I don't know what he's doing.
Let's be real, Southgate.
We were going back
Sean
and forth on
McVay,
McVay and Payton.
He went to the fucking bowl with Jared Goff, for God's sake. He traded him, went back to the bowl with fucking Matt Stafford. He's done it multiple times. Like, why are we doubting who Sean McVay is as a head coach?
So that's the same. Hold on. That's the same thing I'm saying about Jim Harbaugh. He brought a team.
No, it's not the same thing.
No, it's not the same thing.
Go to the bowl Super Bowl. Teams, brother.
It's not the same thing. I'm sorry, guys. It's not the same thing. Okay.
And Sean Payton took the fucking risk of eating Russell's contract and took a rookie and made the team better.
Southgate, that's awesome. But we're just talking about the red. Who is better on paper?
It's
like that. That's great, but like, what have they done,
dude? I wouldn't even word it like that. If you were starting,
I'm just saying, like, that's great.
Today,
that's awesome
you
that he did that. I'm not taking that away from him, but fuck, I mean, that's awesome. But what, shit. I'm not taking that away from him, but fuck, I mean.
And first of all, I think we can all agree. Sean Payton is a top 5 head coach in the league. I'm sure we can all agree.
How much of a shit show was Denver's whole financial and whole situation?
I get it. It was a shit roll. I'm not taking that away. Nobody in this room is taking that away. What we're saying is, what have they done recently? Sean McVay.
Sean Payton. What is his most recent accomplishment? Yeah, exactly. Yes. What is Sean Payton's? When's the last time he's been in a Super Bowl? Do you even know?
That's what I'm saying.
I love
that's
Sean
all
Payton.
I'm saying.
So I hate that I have to shit on Sean Payton here, but
right, Sean McVay has been in 2 Super Bowls.
He could have been in Super Bowl barring an injury.
Sean McVay has been in 2 Super Bowls and won one since Sean Payton has been back to a Super Bowl.
Right. That's on his second stint of football too.
Right. So if you're telling me in 2026, who is a better coach? It is absolutely Sean McVay.
Yeah, or if you're starting a team today for the next 20 years, do you want Sean Payton or Sean McVay? Are you really not going to pick the young guy who's an offensive
Yeah, I'm about to say, right. Well, he wins off of default because of the age. I ain't going to lie.
Well, I think he wins by default from his offensive background. Well, I mean, Sean Payton's offensive background.
Sure. But because Sean Payton ain't no slouch offensively, right? So let's not get
of course. I didn't mean to get twisted.
Right.
But so you're right. More recently, he has Super Bowl appearances within like last 5 years.
Right. It's been more success lately, and he's younger. So just off the young, when you're signing a coach, and you want to try to keep him long term, right? Like
Mike McDonald,
especially if they're in that upper echelon.
I know what you're saying.
No, but anyway, Southgate, like I understand what your point is. I get it. He's come in there. He's done a great job of turning around the roster. But like I said, we're just going over what Sean McVay has done. He's been in 2 Super Bowls and he's won 1. So I'm sorry. I'm taking Sean McVay. I am.
John, are you a Seahawks fan?
I agree.
Who?
John?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's a Seahawks fan.
Explains that comment. Yeah.
I mean,
whoever was making the point earlier that the Seahawks, the Patriots have to play, their offense has to score over, 30 points or more to win. That's no over exaggeration. That is absolutely, unless the Sam Darnold's choking from the first drive, and throws 4 picks, which I don't think will be too likely.
But the thing is, it can happen.
The only thing is, guys, and I'm going to be straight up, and you guys know me, right? if I hear after the Super Bowl, oh well, you played Sam Darnold, I will crash the fuck out.
I'm
It will.
purposely.
I don't have faith.
New England.
Listen,
New England, respectfully, I'm going to purposely do it now. Just
Hold on.
because you said
If
that.
the Patriots win and it's not because Sam Darnold threw 4 picks, then I don't think anyone here. I think we'll all eat crow and we'll be happy about it. We're like, all right, the Patriots.
So what if Sam Darnold goes out and throws 4 picks? You're gonna say?
Well, if he
because
throws
it's
4
Sam
picks in like
Darnold?
the first
No,
half,
I
if he
get to
throws
continue
4
to
picks in
talk
like
shit
the
about
first
I don't give
half,
a
I
fuck
think
what he throws them.
No, if he throws 4 picks, I get to continue to talk shit about him. That's
Yeah,
exactly
I
what
agree.
it is.
Of course. I totally agree.
I
Totally
even
agree.
if he doesn't,
Yo,
Hold on.
hold on.
The Broncos fan in here. You just, I can't believe you just said that because if Jared Stidham threw 4 picks and you guys were furious with Stidham and you guys blamed him for your loss, you would absolutely be
I
like,
do blame Stidham for my
the
loss.
picks matter and Knicks matters. And
I do
it
blame
seems like
Stidham for my loss because if we don't throw a fucking stupid shovel pass, we
Game was
win
not
the
good.
game.
Hey, no, but New England.
Tell me we don't.
Hey, hold on.
And by the way, Sean
You
Payton
guys
made
literally
some.
had all the faith in the world.
Look,
I
tell
heard
me if-
everybody
tell me if
talking
he
about
doesn't throw the
Stiddy,
shovel
Stiddy,
pass and he
Stiddy.
takes the sack,
Everything's
we
all
don't
about
win the game.
Stiddy, Stiddy.
Respectfully, DJ, if
So
your
please.
quarterback, if your starting quarterback went down
Hold on,
and you
hold
had
on,
the
Sam, real
backup
quick.
play that playoff game, I'm pretty sure you'd be sitting there praising that backup
what
quarterback.
other people,
Wait, say it
what
again?
you heard, hold up.
Right
What
or
you
wrong?
heard
Say
other
it again?
people say,
I
DJ,
said, like, if your team, if your starting quarterback went down, you're in the playoffs, you're about to play a championship game, you're not going to sit there and back up your backup quarterback. You're not going to have any faith in
Absolutely
him.
not.
No, of course he
No,
will,
no.
but he's
Dude,
going. But he
you know what?
probably
You know
deep
what? I
down
can say
knows
that
they're going to
because
lose
it's
because
happened
of
to
it.
me before.
Yeah,
All right?
absolutely.
And I
But you
knew
still.
that we were not going to fucking go anywhere because of the fact that it's happened to me before. So do I praise him? If he's good, then yeah, we're going to praise him. But if we know we have no fucking chance in hell,
bro, we
hell
most
fucking
likely
no.
we knew what was determining that game.
You knew what you were getting
No,
when
no, DJ,
Stidham went under
we-
center. The
no,
man
no,
hasn't
we-
taken
exactly.
a snap in
It
2
was
years.
look, DJ. That game was basically bent on one thing, right? Stidham.
Yes.
Don't turn the ball over.
Yes,
Because
exactly.
everything else is RJ Harvey was having a hell of a good first half, right? 1st
Mhm.
quarter. The ball was moving. Even Stidham was even getting out the pocket, getting some yards on the ground,
Yep.
right? He was
Yep.
keeping the defense guessing. Then they get down to the red zone, 4th and 1. This is where coaching comes into effect. You're already up 7-0. You take the 3-point, you up 10-0, right?
Yo.
Now coaching for New England is a whole lot different, right?
Yeah.
And then what happened? They don't kick the field goal. Like everybody's momentum starts to pick up on New England side of the ball. They stop you on that 4th and 1. Right? And then what happens in the next quarter?
Hey man, yo,
Right?
somebody was talking about Seattle hasn't gave up how many rushing yards in how many games?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. We haven't really talked. That could have
They-
came up a long time ago.
They
I don't
just
know.
said, yeah, man, but it was a lie. Whoever said it.
Well, I think
Yeah,
it might
he
have been
said
John.
that
'cause-
he said that they shut down Jonathan Taylor and named a couple running backs.
I think he said they haven't gave up 100 yards in like 28 straight games.
I have no idea.
Oh,
I can't quote him
I
on
thought
that.
they- I think he said
What'd you
only
say?
hear
twice.
anybody say that.
I thought he said only twice that they gave up 100 yards this year.
Okay, well, my fault then. I must have heard it wrong.
28. I don't think
I
he
don't
said
know.
28 straight games.
Yeah,
Stitch, what were you trying to say, bro?
Were y'all a part of this conversation? I think it was the same host. This was a couple of days ago. Some guy, even worse, he was a Seahawks fan, tried to say that this Seahawks defense is better than the Legion of Boom.
No way.
You don't know that,
no
bro.
way.
You don't know that.
I'm like, bro,
not.
I'm like, the Legion of Boom is like ranked 6 all
the fuck-
time
who
in,
the fuck would even say that?
most
That's
people's
crazy.
charts. Like, the fuck are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Hey, can I ask
that's-
everybody a question? Get into the
Fuck outta
Legion of
here.
Boom conversation.
Yeah.
Yo, so like, if you had to pick a safety duo, right, from like 2000 up to now, do you think that Earl Thomas and Cam Chancellor are in the top 5 for
No.
safety tandems?
As a duo?
As a duo, yeah.
Maybe back half in the 10.
Probably
No.
no. I want to say yes, but I'm thinking right now.
No.
I mean,
I mean, it's hard, bro. If you really think about it.
No, yeah. I mean, yeah, no.
Well, I'm
You're
trying.
going
I'm
all the way
struggling to
back
come
to
up with
what,
a name
New
with
England?
names that are
2000.
How far
If
you
you had to,
2000.
if you had to go
There's a
2000
lot
to
of
now.
there's a lot of
Well, guys.
tandems that were really good.
I know. So
That's
that's
true.
what I'm wondering. Where would y'all have them ranked?
So,
That's
like
a
you're saying
lot.
since
they're top
2000?
five. I'm trying
No,
to
you
think.
Since
cannot
2000.
with Palomalo in it, Ryan.
No, that's what
You
I'm
are
saying.
tripping.
That's what I'm saying,
no.
bro. So who?
They don't
who do
hold
you
a
put?
candle to them motherfuckers.
I understand that.
Well,
Max.
he
So
did
that's
say
what I'm-
top five, and that's only one. That's only one. So
Okay, so you're gonna tell me who was next to Ed Reed for a couple of years?
I don't think you.
I mean, listen, because you have to go man for man, right?
Right, I agree. So it has to be a tandem. It has to be a tandem.
It has to be a tandem. So right, and
that's why I think the Seahawks might be up there.
Okay, so just listen here. Listen here. I can tell you right now, three safeties alone, just their presence, is going to make up for a lot of duos. Just for the simple fact is, in my eyes, they're probably, definitely, arguably in the top 5. But if you take one of them out, I'm not mad, right?
Okay,
Weapon
that's
X,
fair.
Troy Polamalu, and Ed Reed. Those three, them by themselves, is going to beat out a lot of duos because of their greatness in totality.
I'm also
right?
taking Brian Dawkins and Michael Lewis.
That's what I said.
I have to
Weapon
throw
X.
into the hat, though. I got to throw into the hat fucking
Yeah.
Nnamdi Asomugha and Charles Woodson.
How about Indianapolis with Bob Sanders and whoever the
Asomugha
other
and
guy
Charles
was?
Woodson. Their physical play was insane.
They were nasty too.
Asomugha was
They were nasty.
a cornerback.
Yeah, not corners, safeties.
Yeah, we're talking about safety.
2000.
Just safety.
Just safety. Yeah.
Because it's 25 years, bro. So like,
For
I'm
sure.
thinking like, quarter century type shit. So you got
Listen,
25 years.
Like Troy Polamalu was a better explosive playmaker than Earl Thomas, right?
And we can't
as
forget
great as a hitter. I mean, because he had to play within the last when the rules just started coming into effect, right?
Yeah.
Ken Chancellor. So he couldn't do the big hits like Ryan Clark.
Well,
I would say Ryan Clark
And
was
don't
better.
forget,
You
and
feel
don't
me?
forget
Like,
the dude from Philly too. What's his name from Philly? Him and
Weapon
the
X,
other
Brian
safety.
Dawkins.
What's his name? The Brian Dawkins and what was the other safety?
Quentin McKeel. Quentin
There
McKeel.
you go.
Quinn Michael.
Oh,
he
Michael.
was
Sorry, I
nice.
said his name
The
right.
Lions
Yeah,
safety
he
were
was
nice too.
nice.
I was
Brant.
I mean,
Branson-
y'all might not
What
like
about,
it, but I was gonna throw
The ones
Roman
from
Harper
New
and,
England.
Darren
New
Sharper in
England
there
had
as
two
well.
nasty safeties at the time and the
McCourty and
early
Chung.
2000s.
McCourty and Chung, we had Rodney
No,
and
before
Lawyer
McCourty
Malloy.
and Chung. Lord
Wait.
Malloy and what's his name? They had them. Who else? Nasty tandems.
Yeah, I would throw Darren Sharper and Roman Harper in there. So
It's a really hard conversation. You got to put 10 motherfuckers or 5 motherfucking tandems up.
But
that's hard to do in 25 years, guys.
No, New England. What I was gonna tell you earlier, so I don't lose.
Great,
my train of
great,
thought.
but great question overall, New England.
All right, hold on, Gumby. All right.
How's that?
So, anyways, what I was going to tell you in New England, regardless on what happens in this game, bro, if you win, a win is a fucking win. I don't give a fuck if Sam Darnold throws 4 interceptions or not. Like, y'all win the damn Super Bowl. So, I just want you to know if y'all win, it's a win. So, like, there's no going to be criticized. If anybody criticizes
but
the
you
way
guys-
y'all
you guys
win the
beat
Super
Sam
Bowl, then
Darnold,
that's
though,
just stupid. A win is a win. I mean, that's just
Sammy,
stupid.
Sammy Troll.
But you see everybody.
I mean, he said
I
it
got a
better
real quick
than
question. I got a real quick question. I agree.
It doesn't matter.
Look, I got a real quick question because
And
I
what
don't hear
is,
nobody
what are they
talking about it.
streaming- what are
Yeah,
they,
JB,
so
go
what are they
ahead.
streaming
Hold
Super Bowl
on.
this
Hold
year?
on. JB wanted to ask something.
Yo, so it's a hot trending topic on multiple platforms right now, and I don't hear a lot of people talking about it. What do you all make of ESPN buying out everything?
I don't.
Everything. Disney owns everything that has to do with the NFL. There will be 28 regular season games broadcasted on ESPN next year, the most in the network's history.
Yeah, but JB,
They
at
buy
the same
them in
time, we
the
have.
Red Zone
And what is the
channel.
Super Bowl streaming on this year?
But JB,
ABC.
Ain't it
I'm
Fox?
looking that up right now, JB.
but yeah, but
Fox?
JB, you might be right. But at the same time, like we'll still have what Amazon will still own the Thursday night games, and then I bet Netflix is going to take. And Netflix now, Netflix had all the Christmas Day games, and I bet they're going to take over a little bit more of the
Christmas.
Like-
That was it. That was an NFL deal though. At the NFL
I'm
deal.
just-
But NFLs will officially become part of ESPN in April. So NFL employees will be part of ESPN.
Yeah, I say fuck Disney.
I mean,
I'll be back
I guess Southgate just gave you my answer. Fuck Disney.
I actually sold my stock in Disney because I don't want nothing.
Wasn't the Super Bowl on Tubi last year?
I don't like what they did. I don't like the stance they took, and they're a piece of shit company.
Well, I mean, yeah, we've had like, what do you call it? Like company protection as far as like preventing monopolies from the past, but now we are slowly seeing plenty of industries that have monopolies over certain industries, bro.
Yeah, no, it's not even that. I just think this is a piece of shit company.
I'm just saying, as far as the overall control, that's what JB was like mentioning as far as the overall question. Like,
they've been doing
they
it
bought
since they bought
Fox
Marvel
back in 2019, right? That was crazy. Then they went and bought out ABC, and then Pixar,
They bought Marvel,
and Marvel.
Yeah, no, since they bought Marvel, they've been doing this.
They bought Marvel,
and then they like ESPN and Hulu.
I work for Frankie Tickets, and then we got bought out by Ticketmaster and Live Nation, and like they own like almost over 50% of like the overall like live music fucking, ticketing market in general and venues, and like that's pretty much a monopoly, and it's just like it sucks, but we've tried our best to like prevent monopolies like this shit and like this shit happening, but it is happening regardless. Like, and we're seeing it right now with this shit. Like, whenever you want to go to a concert at your local venue, it's going to be Ticketmaster or Live Nation. Like, and then same thing with fucking what we're seeing now with the broadcasting shit. It sucks, but
yeah. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt it, but I've been seeing this shit all over, and I was just like, dude, I need to fucking talk to
what up, everybody? Yeah, I'm hopping off. Y'all stay up.
All right, so.
I got Seattle by 9 points.
I mean, I was gonna ask everyone in the panel like last year, right, going to the Super Bowl. Everyone was gonna like, they had their own overall like take on like what was it gonna take for the Eagles to win, and then what was it gonna take for the Chiefs to win. And typically, everyone on one side was like, "Well, gotta shut down Saquon and make Hurts throw the ball, and then that'll be the best case scenario for obviously the Chiefs to get the dub." And then everyone on the other side for the Eagles is like, "Well, try and contain Patrick Mahomes, keep him in the pocket, and then." Go from there. Does anyone have like a similar like overall take on like
because Kenneth Walker in the playoffs.
To win, they'd have to get their tight end involved. Okay, if you're looking at a singular defensive flaw for Seattle, it's tight end.
I can barely hear you.
Oh, hold up.
Yeah, it's illegal background noise.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. You got a lot of background noise too.
Hello?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, right, if New England wants to win, they need to go over here and get their tight end involved. Okay? If you're looking at a single defensive flaw in Seattle, it's their tight end play. Okay? They are bad at covering tight ends, and Hunter Henry can do it.
But all right, so you want so like wait, you think Seattle should shut down like the receiving game, especially with the tight end with Hunter Henry first, and that should be like their main focus on defense.
Focus for New England to win. I'd say they'd have to focus on the tight end play. Okay, he has to have more yards than he's had in the past few games, and instead of throwing to Kayshon Boutte, have him be the second or third option while your tight end is the first option on your read. You know what I mean? Now, if they can go ahead and get Ramondre Stevenson going, okay, which I personally, after watching the games, I doubt that he will have above 60 yards in the game. Then you can go ahead and start throwing it up and having Kayshon Boutte make those incredible catches he's made in the past few games.
So I guess going off that, if you're the Seattle's defense, which side of the offense do you want to shut down first? The Patriots run game or their passing game?
That passing game.
So the great thing about Seattle's defense, right, is they don't need the DBs to come up and try and stop the run along with the front five or the front four and the linebackers, right? Like Seattle's defense, for some reason this year, that front four is getting to the QB the second most in the league. Okay, they're not sacking him the most, but they're getting to him and pressuring him the second most in the league. Okay, and if we're gonna go over here and try and use the DBs, it's gonna open up Kayshon Boutte or that passing game, and it's gonna be a bad day, you know. And I feel like it's almost the same thing with New England, right? They commit to stopping the run. I'd say
I think it's a passing game. I'd rather shut down New England's passing game and then have what's his face? See what Stevenson and Henderson can do. But
the reason why I say I'd rather shut down the run is because if you go over here and you shut down the run, right? You have Kayshon Boutte and Stephon Diggs, who are good receivers. You know what I mean? They're using them effectively, and it's a more balanced passing attack than Seattle's. But we've seen that with Puka and Devontae, right? Puka's having a great game, Devontae's having a great game, and they still lost. But they have to commit to stopping Ramondre Stevenson if you were to go that route. You know what I mean? Easy win for Drake May. What the fuck?
It's not that's crazy.
Sam Bag, what do y'all think about that question as far as the Seattle defense, as far as their focus?
So personally, I think the defense is going to play a lot of nickel. Okay? I think they're going to play a lot of nickel, and they're going to have Eamon Wari spy Drake May a lot during this game because he has the ability to run the fucking ball and get the first down when needed. You know what I mean? But I fully believe that they're gonna try and have Eamon Wari stop Drake May if he starts using his legs.
That's definitely a big concern for sure for the Seattle defense. But as far as Drake May being able to just pop off and scramble, because he's quick for sure.
He is, and he's big. He's not a small quarterback. He's fucking 6'4". Okay, I do believe that that's what they're gonna do with. Not really selling or he's not going to really sell and cover the tight end, but he's going to be in the middle, right? Where if the tight end gets a reception, he's going to be right there. He's going to be, you know what I mean? 4 yards away as to where, I think they're going to mirror what they did. Like we saw it against George Kittle in the Week 18 game before he got hurt, right? George Kittle would catch the ball and Eamon Wari was right there. You know what I mean? He's basically a second Kyle Hamilton. You remember that Ravens defense a couple years ago? A few years ago when Mike McDonald was the defensive coordinator?
I remember that squad, but like, I mean, as far as what their defense.
So, what you call it?
But, I mean, I'm not a Ravens fan, so I can't comment too much. Bag can, but like, I can't. Really.
100%. You know, one of the things that stood out for that Ravens defense was they were what you call it, number one in points allowed, yards per game, and what you call it. It was there was something else, but they had basically almost like a triple crown. It was like the only defense to ever do it. But for Seattle to win, I fully believe that Sam Darnold has to limit the turnovers. Okay, I think Sam Darnold can have 2 turnovers in the game, but anything more than that is pushing it, right? As a Hawks fan, do I have faith in Darnold? Yeah, I do. I mean, the past playoff games and even the Week 18 game, he hasn't had a single turnover, you know? So I feel like he's trending towards having at least 1 or 2, but not more than that. What's called the offensive line needs to hold up because that fucking New England defensive 4 or the front 4 is real. Okay.
Oh yeah.
They put it on the Broncos O line. I do think though that it made it look a lot better that Stiddy was kind of like he was kind of panicked every time the defensive the 4 that were in front of him were getting a little bit of pressure. You know what I mean? Like,
I think he played a pretty well balanced, like overall, like what do you call it? Calm, cool, collected game. Oh, I mean, overall, he definitely made like I think 1. I guess you say 1 or 2 big mistakes, but other than that, when it got down to the second half, when it pretty much was a goddamn blizzard, like no one was doing anything offensively, and obviously Stiddy as a backup coming in like in that environment, even if it's Denver fucking Broncos football, like like I said, I feel like it wouldn't matter if it was like fucking Tom Brady in that fucking type of game, like it would have been it would have been a nightmare for everyone to like try and put up some offensive points based off those conditions, but I think Stiddy did pretty good overall for like this the circumstances, but that's just me.
Steve, don't throw that fucking ball. Denver wins the game.
No, if y'all would have been going into overtime if New England didn't block that fucking field goal as well. So that special teams moment was like
Drake May couldn't move the ball against our defense.
He could barely throw the ball against y'all's defense out of the game, but he used his legs, and that's what honestly helped him get past y'all.
Yeah, but he still couldn't punch it in.
I mean, he punched it in when it mattered. I'm not going to take the win away.
He punched it on a 15-yard fucking field.
Hey,
and he's going
a short field. Then he fucking did the shuttle pass out.
So I think quarterbacking in general, right? I think that game, Stidham outplayed Drake May as a quarterback. Okay,
except for the one mistake.
Except for the one mistake, but even then, I think I thought that shovel pass was forward.
Okay? Yeah, I thought it was too.
Looked like it was
I'm
going
not gonna
forward.
cry about it.
Yeah.
Ooh, it sounds like you're crying a little bit.
So
no, I'm not crying. I'm just mad.
It does. It sound you guys sound like Bills fans. If this happened and this other thing happened and this third thing happened, we totally would have won.
Call this for me, all right?
This motherfucker's a big ass troll.
Call
bro.
this.
Jacob's a troll. Okay, he was in
Thank
Incredibles
you.
live yesterday. My whole thing is right. If Seattle can go over here and limit the turnovers,
I thought it was a forward pass, but at that point you just have to take the sack. You're still up 7-3. Take the sack.
Yep, 100%. But Stiddy was he had that that backup quarterback kind of like behaviorisms. You know what I mean? He was running too early. He was trying to make throws that he wasn't going to make. He was, you know what I mean? He wasn't just making the smart decisions. And that comes from being a second QB.
The Cortland Sutton drop on 3rd and 9 didn't help either.
Very true, but Cortland Sutton also caught the only passing TD of the game.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to make that catch on 3rd and 9.
Plus, I feel like I don't know off the top of my head as far as like NFL history. I feel like we've seen Nick Foles, but we've seen backups like start in the playoffs. But like, how many backups have we seen start?
Yeah, but you don't realize
the AFC or NFC Championship game. That's
Gumby.
Zero.
Gumby. Nick Foles took over the team.
I
in
know.
week
I'm saying,
11.
and that's what I'm saying. It's more like way more difficult for Stiddy to take over in the AFC Championship game because I feel like it's
And
never
have
been done
5
before.
days
Yeah,
to
it
get
turns out
ready.
you have to play actual teams to get good.
Shut
What
up, dude.
happened?
It's the same dude.
I swear, hold up, because I
Same
really do.
What did I say? I
Hold
was
up,
like literally
Jacob,
agreeing with you.
You said it,
And you're like,
you
shut
said
up,
it turns
dude.
out
You
you
said
have
that
to-
in a mean way.
You said it turns out you
Shut
have
up.
to
I
actually
didn't
or
say-
play actual teams.
Yeah,
bro.
that's
You're
not.
a Patriots fan.
No,
dog.
I'm
What
saying,
are you talking about?
bro, I'm by actual teams. I mean actual teams. I don't mean good teams. I don't mean
What is it?
bad teams. I'm saying if you're a backup QB and you don't get any reps in against actual teams and you only get in practice, yeah, when you show up in the AFC Championship game, you're probably not going to be that impressive, despite how the media pumped him up.
Okay, my bad.
Did I
then,
say
because
anything wrong there? Did I say anything
No,
wrong?
because you said actual teams, which made it very, very fucking confusing. I don't like.
Why?
Like, you
Literally
have to play the
actual
game or
teams,
take first
as in
reps
not just
before. You
practice
could have said that.
squad.
So my whole thing is right.
I'm so sorry that I didn't say
Sorry,
it
you
in the
phrased
way
it
that-
wrong. That's
It's
why I was
funny
like,
because for someone
I'm so
who
sorry
didn't play
I said
any
it in a way
actual
that hurt your
teams,
feelings.
Yeah, my
he
feelings
was
hurt.
pretty
I'm fine.
impressive when he put the ball right on the numbers and way after Marvin Mims burnt Gonzo.
Yep. So
The shuffle passes he was doing though, man. Why didn't he just like take
he
a
was
sack?
trying to get, he was trying to get
No,
rid of the
listen,
ball.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you
That
what
is bad
happened. I'm
coaching,
gonna tell you
man.
exactly
Bad
what happened
coaching.
to Stidham. Right?
He was running too early.
And
He
this-
wasn't waiting
No,
for
no,
the.
that wasn't the
he
problem.
Waiting for the
That-
routes to develop.
No,
Like,
that wasn't
he
the
was
problem.
over here he was panicking.
Do too much.
Listen, he started running the wrong way, right? Because in the first half, he had a couple of, running north, picking up yards, right? Then after the fumble, ever since then, he started running east and west and south. He never went north, right? Every time the pass rush even got any type of close, he would panic, start dropping back 8 more yards, 10 more yards, and then trying to make some crazy shit. That's not gonna work.
I'm telling you, bad coaching lost you guys that game. If I'm being real about it.
No, it was. I do blame.
Let me
Sean
tell
Payton,
you, because like
okay? it was.
that was
Sean
a field
Payton.
position. That was a field position game. You had like a way better punter. Every time that your punter had the ball, he was like pinning them.
Yeah, but didn't
within
the kicker
10.
miss 2 field
And then
goals?
all your dumbass backup QB had to do was not turn it over and take a sack. Like just take sacks and don't run backwards. and you guys
I think the Broncos kicker missed one pass
what I
before.
said
In
in
the
a
You just
different
contradicted
way.
yourself.
In the second half, he got blocked or it was tipped, and that was a crucial
No,
moment.
but
for
did
the
you just
Patriots.
repeat what I said a different way?
So my whole thing is right. Stiddy went over and outplayed Drake May as a quarterback that game. Okay, it was dumb
No, he
coaching.
didn't.
And don't get me wrong, Sean Payton's a great coach. Okay, well, from
I mean,
the
if
what
it-
you call it, from the statistical
From the
QB
statistical,
standpoint, right?
From the
He
throw
went over and he
statistically,
had more
sure.
passing yards. It's not like he didn't run nothing.
Right,
He,
that's
he had
true.
he had more overall.
I
yards.
get. Listen, the
You know what I mean?
turnovers matter.
And then
but
he had a
in the
passing TD.
But he
totality,
had turnovers.
I mean, I
He
get
had
what he's
turnovers, and
saying.
Drake May had 0. So Drake May had 0 turnovers.
Right, but
and he beat him with his legs in a game in bad weather. So
Very- very true.
I don't know if that means he outplayed him as a
Well,
QB.
well,
You can
from the
say he had
QB
more
standpoint,
passing
yeah.
yards. I don't know if
Well,
that
overall
outplays him
yards.
as a QB.
He had more overall yards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
And more overall turnovers.
Yeah,
So
sure.
if
I mean,
we're
but
looking at
this,
it, right?
this,
If
it's
we're
all
looking at
contact.
it-
Just because he didn't, just because he had.
And just like overall, and just overall bad decisions.
Jacob,
Yeah,
you hurt
he's
your
a
feelings?
backup
We
QB.
talked about Drake
That's what I'm
May.
trying to say. We're making.
Yeah,
the,
Drake May had some crappy throws.
Yep.
He didn't play his best game, but he
Probably
actually
the
had
only
much better
quarterback ever
decisions.
to win
He made
an
much better
AFC
decisions.
championship game
so
with
he
throwing
did
for less
make
than
much better
85
decisions.
yards.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
But,
that's what I
what you
said.
call
He had
it?
a totality of
When it comes to
140 yards offensively.
something like that. So
Yeah,
The
there's enough
yards
to
thing
win the
with that game. That game, no quarterback really is going to throw a whole lot of yards, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, hold
the
up.
way
You
that
can't say
game went,
that
man,
now.
that
When
game.
did Stidham- when did Stidham finish
No,
it?
if you're talking
There
about on
was-
average in the league,
I'll look it up, bro.
I get
There
it. I
was-
get
hold
that
up,
you
hold
can.
up.
I get you
There-
can
there
grab your
was
select
another
few.
snow
I
game.
guess you can grab your select few.
There was another snow game in Chicago that was a lot colder.
It wasn't.
bro.
It wasn't the
Okay,
the
bro, but-
temperature. It was the wind, man. It was like
It was no-
yeah, it was
But
a
bro, hold up.
You
You
guys
just
have to tell me there wasn't a
wind-
difference.
Hold up. You just said it's the wind in the
No,
place
the
that's known as the
visibility.
windy
Visibility.
city,
No,
bro.
John.
Yeah, no, it was a
Yeah,
visibility. I know what he's
you couldn't
talking
see.
about, but I was like, Win, not really.
I mean,
because you can see
the wind plays a little bit because the visibility with the wind is worse than just wind.
And you gotta be real, bro.
But at the end of the day, both teams had to play in this shit. So I'm not like
exactly. And
so my whole thing is right, like going into the Super Bowl, against a coach who's not going to make those stupid decisions that Sean Payton made. Okay.
Why are you
Seattle
assuming he's
goes
not
for
going to
it the least
bad
amount.
decisions? I don't understand this.
Because he's proven it throughout the season, right? Sean Payton has gone for it on fourth down more times than he should have. Okay, and it caught up to him in the AFC Championship game. He should have taken the points. And if we're looking at if we're looking at the decision making that Mike Macdonald does, or Mike Macdonald has shown to go over here and do it, his decision making to go ahead and take the points almost every time he can, led them to be the only team in the past 50 years to ever win a game where the other team scored a touchdown and they only scored field goals. They won 18.
Wait, hold on. I just want to make sure I know what you're saying.
Say that again.
You think Mike Macdonald?
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
Listen to what I'm saying.
I heard exactly what you said. I heard exactly what you said. And Pittsburgh did it twice last year.
They scored a TD. The other
yes,
team?
Atlanta scored a touchdown. It was 10-7. Right, they beat them.
I'm mistaken.
And then they did it to my Ravens, and we definitely scored a touchdown.
So what I'm saying is, right, like the decision making for Mike Macdonald, like going over here, and if you look at
it's more conservative. It's good. I get it.
Yeah, it's a good. You know what I mean. So knowing that his or their coach is not going to make dumb decisions like that, okay, he can, but it's not likely. Let's say that, right? Are we more confident that Vrabel can outcoach Mike?
The probability of Mike Macdonald going for it on fourth down is nowhere near as close as it is to Sean Payton.
Sometimes it pisses me off as a fucking Seahawks fan. I'm like, dude, it's 4th and inches on the 30-yard line. Go for it, bro. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but if Sean Payton,
because listen, I hate to bring it up because Sam's up here, but his coach, the reason why they lost that game, I don't care what anybody says. You have three chances to kick field goals, and you went for it every single time during the game, right? And then you finally, with that amazing play that Caleb made, right, to tie it. Instead of just going for broke, you've been letting you know what I'm saying, your shit.
Yeah, that one, yeah, for sure.
So
right? You might as well just go for the dub.
So
you want to be aggressive. That's the time to be aggressive.
Right. My only question with that is Ben Johnson is, to be fair, Ben Johnson is the reason that Chicago is good this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's all
I'm not disputing. I'm specifically talking about that game.
It pissed me off, bro, because they would have went over here and beat the Rams on a 2-point conversion, bro. Like,
not even that.
Ben Johnson.
If they listen, just think about it. What was the score? What was the score? 20-3, right?
20-17.
I mean, 20-17, right? Yeah, they lost by 3. Yeah. So if you take just 2 of those field goals,
you're up by 3.
Most likely you win.
And to be fair, that defense of the Bears was playing amazing that whole game.
It was playing very good in the conditions
I wouldn't
against
say
Puga.
I wouldn't say amazing, but yes.
It was stepping up against Puga and Adams for sure.
Well, compared to how they were playing in the wild card round against the Packers, like the Bears defense looked like the Bears. I like to say this, right? The Bears defense played like the best defense in the league for like half a quarter at the end.
Yeah,
but also at the same time, when we were playing the Rams versus the Packers,
that offense played amazing too. They scored 26 points.
Yeah,
what?
I would say the Packers have a way better run
in the second half of the Packers game.
Than the Rams overall. So
21-3 at halftime.
Yeah.
Like they came back in the second half. Defense played amazing because they weren't on the field the whole goddamn time, right?
28 points. Pop, 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 pop. 31.
Yeah, the offense got points on the board quick coming out the second half.
But back me and you have obviously Sam and Coach and Southgate have already had this conversation before. But at the end of the day, it's like with the Bears with Ben Johnson with that moment, he just was always sticking with obviously the game plan and kind of going down with the ship. You you live what you call it. You're should have like I said. If you already keep that momentum and keep that mentality, like I said, you go down with the ship, dude. No matter what, you don't switch it up last minute.
I probably wouldn't even bring it up as much because if he would have just went for, go for broke at the end because you've already been doing it all game. Yeah. But then now you want to be conservative, right? Now you want to try to do the logical thing. Well, if you just want to do the logical thing all fucking game, I mean, I know it's ifs, but if you kick it those 3 times and say your kicker misses 2 of them, right? But makes 1, that's the 3 that you lost by.
Yo, I think Vrabel is gonna outcoach Mike McDonald, to be honest.
My bold prediction for the game, 31-14, Seattle.
I'm taking like 24-21 Seattle.
I'm saying 24-17, maybe 27-21.
My hot take is like it comes down to a kick at the end.
Okay. I mean, to me, it's the battle of the offense.
To either tie it or win it. I think it's
people who
gonna come
think
down to a
Seattle's
kicker.
going to blow them out are, I think, delusional, and they're
Possible.
totally
Yeah.
caught up. They're totally caught up. They're caught up
I'm
in the
super
fact
delusional.
that
I'm super delusional.
I know you are, because you're caught up in the fact that in the playoffs you played a JV 49ers team and the Rams defense sucks. So now you think you're like the 2007 Patriots or something.
No, but this goes back to the argument. I mean, the point we made earlier, right? Which team out of these 2 teams have beaten a team all around that has top 5 offense and top 5 defense?
Team?
Yeah.
There's only 2 teams left. What are you talking about?
Yes, and out of these 2 teams, which team throughout the regular season and including the playoffs have beaten a top 5 team in offense and a top 5 team in defense? Patriots or Seahawks?
If you're saying a team with both or just for one side?
Who did they beat that was a top 5 defense? Just out of
The
curiosity.
Jaguars.
Jaguars? Okay.
They're a top 5 offense and defense.
What week of the
Overall.
season?
No, overall, just in general.
No, just what week in the season did they beat the Jaguars?
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Early or late? I'm just curious.
I think it was maybe between weeks 7 and 10. I would guess.
All right. I mean, I'm not saying the Seahawks are bad.
No, not at all.
saying that.
That's not the point. But I'm saying though, the Seahawks are a top 5 offense and top 5 defensive team, right? I have not seen New England do that all season.
You haven't seen them do what?
Beat a top 5 offensive team and a top 5 defensive team.
I don't think they had a lot of opportunities to beat.
And that's part of my reason.
And that's it's just. I mean, I get
it. You got to play who you play, right?
Yeah.
But you're asking me to. Can they do something that I have not seen them do? That's basically what you're asking me. Sure, there's a possibility, but the probability isn't really high.
I totally get Bag's overall point and or like just logic behind everything, but at the same time, did anyone see the fact that this second-year quarterback, first-year head coach, and this team just to make it there like all the way like this far in general? It's like no. Well, so we'll fucking see. Like I mean. Same with the Seahawks though, as well as that's why
but that's not to say that the Patriots can't win. Right?
No,
Any
yeah,
given
no,
Sunday. It's any given Sunday. They have a possible chance, but what are you talking about? Josh Allen? No, you can. Oh, just the rankings.
No, before I asked who's with, I said via Kindle.
Oh, okay. From the Noel or whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's just, to me, it's the battle of the offensive lines. And, I mean, of course, the quarterback is important, but Seattle has a better offensive line than the Patriots. I've seen, even in the wins against one of them top 5 defenses, Drake May had to make shit happen. Right? And can he continue to do it against the Seattle's defense? Possibly. I mean, sure. Because we've seen him score against a top 5
I think someone also mentioned
defense.
before, Bag, that I like the point where it's like it's definitely going to also come down to like which of these quarterbacks like is not going to turn the ball over. Like, and I think like each team can get away with one, but if either of these quarterbacks like 2 turnovers, like interception, fumble, to me, like I think that might be like the nail in the coffin that like might pretty much be
honestly, we've seen Sam Darnold be able to throw, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, and Drake May to a point.
When's the last time Sam Darnold had to face a decent interior pass rush, not edge rush, which is what the Rams bring, and that your offensive line is elite at stopping the edge.
Did they not play the Texans?
So when's the last time they played it? Yeah, I think it was the Texans, right? That's like the last time they played a team with a decent interior edge rush. Interior rush. Am I wrong?
For what the Seahawks?
Yeah.
I don't know about interior, but I just remember the one game that sticks out in my head was the fact that like when it was Phillip Rivers that had to fill in for the Colts, and everyone was like, "That Seattle defense is destroying Phillip Rivers." Well, that game was close, and that game, honestly, if you rewatch it, came down to like that Colts defense was like all over fucking Sam Darnold, and
that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Seahawks fans.
But I don't know what their best part of like their D line is as far as the Colts.
Their O-line hasn't been tested by an interior rush for I feel like 10 weeks at least. And that's where Sam Darnold is vulnerable. That's where he'll actually feel pressure. If all these teams are, rushing the edges and getting nowhere, because Seattle's elite on the edge. They're not elite in the interior. And I think the Patriots have that one edge over them. Not to say they're going to win just because of that edge, because Seattle has a lot of things going for them too, but I would not be comfortable if I was a Seattle fan thinking that Sam Darnold is going to be like comfortable in the pocket in the way he was in either of the other playoff games.
You think the Patriots defensive line is better than the Rams?
In the interior, absolutely, yes. Where they're vulnerable, yes. Why wouldn't you? Wait. Why wouldn't you think that? Have you been watching the playoffs?
Sure, I'm out.
They're incredible.
Well, you're literally comparing the defensive lines that the guys that can get interior pressure on Broncos, on Texans, right? And even the Chargers are definitely better interiorly, right? I'm speaking as a whole, right?
They don't need to be great as a whole. If the matchups favor the Patriots on the inside, I'm just saying that's where they're going to get their pressure, and that's where the Seahawks are vulnerable. So they don't need amazing edge rushers. They need amazing interior rushers because that's where the Seattle Seattle offensive line is vulnerable. I'm just saying it's a good matchup for them on the interior.
Okay.
I'm not saying they're going to win because of it. There's plenty of other good matchups that Seattle has against New England, but that is one area where I think Sam Darnold's going to look very uncomfortable compared to how he looked in the Rams game and in the Niners game.
Defensively,
this list sucks. By the way,
what's that?
I was saying this. Whoever made this list from JB's graphic, it's like I love the Denver throwbacks. I don't think that's like a downgrade of logo, but and
I don't know. I definitely miss the original Baltimore shit.
That's just that is pretty bad. That's like an old school crest for sure. I do. I love the old school Tampa jerseys.
Wait, downgrade meaning like the old ones were better?
Yeah, saying it's like they got worse.
Fuck was saying that old Buccaneer was better.
Yeah,
I think so.
The only argument you can have with the Buccaneers
the
color scheme with it being like
Let me say that. The original Bucks is way better. I think all the original stuff is better. Like you got golf and wearing a fucking Miami.
Air too.
Like that's sick.
Except the brown. The brown, the elf.
The Browns is cool. I mean, either way. I mean, what are you gonna? I mean, what's their logo's as an orange helmet now? Like at least this dude had like a brown football, and he had a B on him for Browns.
Yeah, but this
you know what I mean? At least resembled something other than orange. You know, like how do you get a dog pound out of orange? You know what I mean?
It's like their nickname. It's
I get it. I don't know. But the Denver logo is definitely better, I think. I think the Tampa logo is definitely
Even
better.
Cincinnati.
Those Denver fucking helmets were ugly as shit.
Cincinnati's is on point.
Yeah, the
Cincinnati's
Cincinnati one
tough.
was not bad either.
Yeah, Cincy's is tough. I think all of them are. I
They
think
are.
all of the
That's
other
what I'm saying.
ones
Me
are tough.
personally, I would take all of them over the current. Right?
I would
Even
take all-
I
yeah,
can
the only one I
understand.
would- I take all original over
except
current.
the elf. Except elf. I can understand if you have an argument for elf, but cool.
I mean,
I would definitely take the current Bronco.
No.
And I would keep the old Miami.
They should have found a way to keep the capital D, right, for the Denver.
Yeah. I mean, we got to see a
You
lot
gotta
of the great
remember,
throwbacks this year.
they
dude.
made that blue a little bit darker too.
We got to see a lot of the awesome throwbacks this year, and it's like Denver's got one of the best in my opinion. And then I love the Seahawks throwbacks, and then I mean you got the even the Falcons ones with the red helmets and shit. Like that's an awesome throwback. Like, but
what's up,
Yeah.
podcast? What's up, big? What's up, Chief?
That Ravens throwback really throws me.
What's up, bro? Appreciate you guys stopping by, man.
Yeah.
The Age Chief Podcast, y'all. Make sure you guys tap in with the men. Hey, great group of guys. What's up, BB?
What's brothers? How we doing?
How we doing, bro? You're just looking at the logos right now, like, dude. I don't know. I think all old school logos are better than the new school. I mean, I like some of the new colors and stuff. You know, like that's eye grabbing. You know, that's just really what it is. Attention on that. But like,
Yo, I swear I know ball, but when I saw that old
Here,
Browns logo, I
JB.
swear I thought it was Little Caesars.
JB,
That's
JB, put me
hilarious.
in, JB, put me up in the big box. I want to know from the panel, like, I guess, well, there's 4, but give me like a start, bench, cut, and fuck off. So it's like, which one, or like, yeah, or at least give me your like top 2 favorites out of these 4.
I'm gonna start Houston just because I like the baby blue, the powder blue. I'm a bench Patriots, cut Denver, and fuck out of here on the Eagles.
See, I like that. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely starting to. I love those old school Oilers jerseys for sure.
yeah, them powder blues are tough, dude.
Oh, I thought you said bench cut.
Wait, I try to frame it that way, but anyways, never mind. Just give me your 1, 2, 3, 4. Then
I can't believe you.
1, 2,
even
3, 4.
fucking- I can't believe we even put a picture up with fucking Will Levis after that fucking conversation we
That
had with
is
JB.
fucking hilarious.
I didn't know
is
that was
wild.
Will, dude.
I'm gonna cut that motherfucker every time.
Oh, for sure. I mean, duh. Throw
another pick 6 before we cut him.
The only reason why the Bears won Week 1 last year was because of the fact that Will Levis threw a fucking pick 6 at the end of the game.
Win, dog. Don't take
Yep.
away from my win week 1.
I'm just saying, dude, it was hilarious, bro.
It was hilarious.
That was the funniest shit ever.
And it was like, the Bears are supposed to lose that game. Oh wait, Will Levis pick 6. Goodbye, game over. Like,
Because listen, that Tennessee, I don't care what anybody said. I watched that game. That Tennessee defensive line was getting at Caleb.
oh
out
yeah,
the
destroying.
gate.
Yeah, that defense was red hot last year. People forget
And
about
out
it.
the gate for like up until like week
Yeah.
9, they were in the top 10 and damn near every statistical category.
And I didn't expect them to be that great for a defense like they were like the sleeper defense that I wasn't paying attention to for sure. And they came out the gate and kicked the shit out of my Bears, and we barely won that game just because of fucking obviously Will
Right.
Levis. And then
Bad
after
offense.
that, and obviously after that, that defense was carrying the rest, like majority of that season. But Will Levis kept finding ways to fucking, be Will Levis.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, like the funny thing with Will, people forget the fact that with Will Levis, like, he started the year before because of what? Someone got injured or they had to, and like
No,
that,
they Malik Willis, they traded him.
and that first game, he went lights out. I think he threw 4 tutties,
400 yards, 4
and everyone was like, "Whoa!"
DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah,
Everyone was like, "Whoa, watch out for Will Levis, 4 tutties." Like I think he threw for like 300.
and
like,
guess what
50
he
yards.
finished with? He played, I think, like 7, 8 games, right? And
Yeah.
guess what he finished with? So remember, he had 4 touchdowns in his first start. He finished the year with 7 touchdowns and I think 8 interceptions, bro.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
So in 6 other games, you threw 3 more touchdowns.
Yeah.
With 8 more interceptions. Because I don't think he threw an interception in that game in his first start. I think it was 4 touchdowns, 400 yards, and he was a clean
Real quick.
in the turnovers.
Real quick, I think the situation over in Tennessee isn't built for any quarterback to succeed. Now, I'm not saying Will Levis is good, but Malik Willis didn't have any success. Will Levis didn't have any success. Ryan Tannehill, for some reason, got booted up out of there when I thought he was doing a pretty decent job. So
I mean, Tannehill technically had some success, but it was based on the rest of the team. But I pick up what you're laying down.
I think they just couldn't afford him.
I mean, where is he now? Where is he playing now for him to be so expensive?
Ooh, Ryan Tannehill?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, it's a
well, Tannehill's out.
It's a mixture of that he wasn't good enough. That's why they didn't sell from the contract.
But, I mean, but Mariota is still in the league, and I think he's one of the better backups overall. But
upper echelon, I guess you could say. Yeah.
You think he could have been a starter if he'd went to another situation?
It's possible. I mean, because we didn't know about that with Sam Darnold, right? This was his whole argument, is that Will Levis didn't get a legit shot, and sure, due to his circumstance, we understand that he was in a bad situation. But that's all the tape that we can go off of, right? That's your resume.
Plus, I mean, I mentioned it before, like basically with Cam, it's been Cam Ward, Caleb Williams, Bryce Young, and Trevor Lawrence. All 4 of those guys were first overall picks in the draft as far as QBs, and all of them had their head coach pretty much fired like halfway through the season or in their first year, which goes to show that you're going from the best of the best to the worst of the worst, and the most usually the most kind of dysfunctional teams when it comes down to shit like that, where it's just like, if all of those first round or first picks overall as far as quarterbacks have their coaches gone by like halfway through their first year, goes to show typically when you're that motherfucker, you're walking into a shit show.
Yo, hold up, time the fuck out. What the fuck are we doing, bro? What this list is diabolical.
Yeah, this is dude. JB, knock it out. Knock it out, JB.
Vince Carter.
This is crazy. I found somebody.
Michael, wait, time out.
Actually, kind of.
For one, I think Vince Carter was the shit.
The only two people that make sense to me is
Jake Paul. Are we
and
really
fucking
gonna put Jake Paul up? Are we really gonna admit?
And Johnny Manziel.
And Manziel, yeah.
I can kind of see Ronda Rousey. Sure.
I can't believe we're
like
putting Jake
to me,
Paul.
John Cena and Derek Jeter.
No. I think what they're saying here, Big, is for the hype of their name,
bro.
Well, Montana's the dumbass fucking.
It's not Joe Montana. Joe name it.
Oh, my bad. I can't read. I'm retarded. I'm gonna go back to school and learn how to fucking.
So they're saying for the hype of their name.
Yeah, bro, you're not about to tell me that Vince Carter is overhyped or overrated. You're tripping.
Yeah.
You're fucking tripping, sir. There's 2 people that stylistically and that shifted the game besides Michael Jordan, right? And that is, I say probably 3 other people besides Michael Jordan. That's Vince Carter with the dunking ability, AI, right? And Steph Curry. They all shifted in a way, the game of basketball for the entirety.
All right, so let's go.
When we come to Duncan, can we give it to Vince Carter or can we give it to Michael? I thought, he was his airness.
What?
No. We're talking. I'm talking the.
Wait. Go back to that list, Jimmy.
All right, sure. In the dunk contest, whose dunk contest was better?
What?
That's true, Vince. For sure, Vince got the most memorable.
No, I mean me. I would pick if I had to pick a dunk contest, the best I've ever seen.
Yeah,
would probably be Jordan versus Dominique.
And for me and Maya, the last great one I saw was
that 86 was cool,
fucking
bro.
Aaron Gordon versus Zach LaVine. That was the last great one I saw.
Well, that's a great one, but we're talking about the performance. I'm not talking about the between two people. I'm talking about a single dunker's performance in a fuck contest.
No, but what I'm saying is, did Vince have anyone to go up against?
Tracy McGrady. He went up against his own fucking teammate, really. Then I think
Steve Francis had the best dunk in a dunk contest.
It was T-Mac, Steve Francis, and who else, bro?
Never forget when Vince Carter dunked over like that Serbian dude that was like 6'8".
Well, let's just go over the rest of
That shit was funny as fuck.
He was a footer. He was 7 foot.
I mean, in boxing, we could say Jake Paul, yes.
That's not boxing. Let's not do that.
Well, they have boxing gloves there.
Yeah, they have boxing. Entertainment exposition.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So Johnny Manziel, yes.
Man, y'all got Michael Vick on the overrated list?
Yeah, football, yes.
No, it's not. It's not our list. It's just whatever JB pulled up.
But how big
This is not my list.
Derek Jeter? God damn.
If you look at the very bottom, it says according to AI.
Derek Jeter, I'm not mad at.
This was on the post.
Yeah, sometimes AI just don't need to do.
I'm not mad at Derek Jeter.
But boy,
Man, they got
Southgate
Pele
said, though,
on here,
is
man.
a pretty good. Some people could be true.
Ain't Pele the young kid that was like 15?
Man, Pele was the greatest soccer player ever.
Yeah,
like, bro, that's like saying Wayne Gretzky.
That's debatable.
That's like putting Wayne Gretzky up there, bro.
Like he was like a Wayne. I mean, not a Wayne.
He was one of the greatest Brazilian soccer players of all time.
How old was he when he became a professional? Right? It was the young guy.
I mean, dude, he was in World War II. I mean, he was around the World War II area.
Oh, okay,
he performed for fucking.
Who was the kid that like? It was like.
Wait, who was in World War II?
Bro, that's like saying
he went in World
Marino.
War II. He performed. He was around the World War II era. During the World War II era. Pele.
Pele, yeah.
When
did Pele play in his prime?
Yeah, didn't Pele play in the fucking?
Why does that matter?
Pele played.
That was a question that we're trying to. He was
in front of fucking HITER.
Yeah, I think I got you in the 40s. Just like years.
Yeah.
Y'all even got Ronda Rousey on here, man. Stop.
That's kind of accurate, bro.
Yeah, it is.
What are you talking about?
Nah, she kick ass.
No,
bro.
Pele played from 1956 to 1977.
The competition that they were throwing at her at first, bro.
So then what?
Oh my God, he think the competition better than it's soccer, bro.
What are you talking about? That's not what I said. I'm talking about when
it's soccer.
No. I'm talking about Ronda Rousey, bro. Her first couple fights, the people that she was fighting weren't that good of a fighter.
Her first 4 fights. Girl punched trees, man.
No, she was a judo champion in the Olympics, but once she obviously faced Holly and faced an actual striker, she got her head kicked in, and that's where we all saw the downfall.
That's what I'm saying. When there's a difference.
She did propel the female fucking UFC, division into a lot more popularity than it once was. Before that, because no one gave a shit about the female fights up until Ronda Rousey popped the fuck off. But once she actually faced a worthy opponent, she got her head kicked in. So I understand the underrated part.
So Anna Kournikova, Derek Jeter, and Joe Namath are more overrated than Jake Paul. That's crazy.
I would say Derek Jeter. I'm not mad at that.
Man, you're a legend. Maybe
he is.
I understand you're not liking the Yankees, but goddamn, bro.
No. Listen, Derek Jeter's a legend. If there were 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth, he would be one of the guys I would pick to put up at bat. But for the amount of hype that he gets, he's not even probably the top 5 greatest shortstops of all time, defensively or offensively.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that he's overrated.
Exactly.
No, it does.
I'm just saying that you guys
because he's
gotta
not
look
one
at
of the
this.
top 5 at his position ever. That means he's overrated.
It's because of the fact it's because of the fact that what Southgate was saying, the fact that there's
look at
there's way better guys that are left in like the shadows.
Yes, you guys got to look at this from a hype train.
But everyone talks, but the popularity aspect of all of it, like that's all Southgate is saying is like Jeter was great, but he wasn't the best of the best at his position during his time. There's other guys, but we forget about them.
Clear definition. Let's get a clear fucking definition of a consensus of what everybody thinks overrated actually is.
No, I think that's what this list is trying to say.
I think for me,
overrated athletes.
The definition is overrated is the fact that your overall hype and or what do you call it, just coverage and or just like just overall like just like what you did does not overall like kind of calculate to like the
so let me
athleticism of the position itself.
Let me ask you this. Hold up. For their career, right? Okay, where I agree, at their position all time to not be a top 5 is you can't. I'm not gonna say that's overrated because they didn't succeed to that. Now, can I say, were you a top 5 for at least 5 years, right, of your career? Then I would say you're not overrated.
I mean, I would agree with part of that. It's like what Southgate was breaking down with there's other players that did not get as much coverage or people don't talk about as much that were better. But the fact that like you as a personality were great, but not as good as other motherfuckers because the fact that like what you kind of were as like a
greatness of Derek Jeter at all. Now, Johnny Manziel, he was everyone in America knew him. People's wives, everything. I mean, that's where the overratedness comes in.
Yeah, I was just going to chime in to say that I feel like it's a pretty.
Everyone knew that Derek
definition.
Jeter was giving
Like,
out fruit baskets to his ladies.
Like I would say the definition for an overrated athlete would be someone who people generally remember as being better than they actually were.
Yeah, exactly. Their image was bigger than their actual performance.
Hey, I would put Tom Brady on this list before Michael Vick.
No, listen, like
All right,
I
so
said,
that's an
the
absurd
bottom of the
statement.
ninth, 2 outs, and I need a base hit.
Go lay
I'll
down.
put Jeter up at bat.
Like
Yeah,
Tom
that was an
Brady.
automatic.
Tom
Hey,
Brady
wasn't he
didn't do
Mr.
anything
Walk-Off?
that another quarterback couldn't do. Like he was not special.
Didn't they call Jeter Mr. Walk-Off back in the day as far as just needing a base hit?
Not all that,
Well,
but
see,
I'm just saying.
I think Michael
at the
Vick
time,
is like the best example.
look at
of an
Jeter's
overrated-
Michael
prime.
Vick is a great example.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Jeter's prime. You had Garcia Parry. You had Tejada. You had A-Rod. There's probably like 2 others I'm missing.
Teixeira?
No, I'm talking about playing shortstop alone.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know, that was just in the American League.
Hot take for me when I think of this list, I want to say Odell Beckham because the fact that like
That's not bad.
like
Odell
everyone
Beckham's not a bad
remembers
pick
him
on
for the
this list.
catch, and yeah, he had a great like.
That's
like,
the
that
only
great-
thing he ever did.
And
Well, that's not
Y'all
true.
are
I mean,
fucking
he was
tripping.
off. His first 2
3
seasons, he
years,
was
bro.
off to like a record pace. For
Yeah,
the
bro.
I'm
What are
saying-
we talking
The problem
about,
is
bro?
that he wasn't able to stay healthy. He wasn't able to keep up the pace over like into
Right,
the
but you're
middle part of
saying
his career.
all he had was just a catch. That's all he was known for. And then Chief said he did nothing else. Bro, his first 3 years, bro, he was the fucking pretty much the best receiver in the league for 3 years.
Hold on,
Yeah,
what player we talking about?
Odell Beckham.
Odell,
But okay,
No,
but
he-
answer
he-
me
he-
this.
he-
Okay, but individually,
See, he didn't live up
yes.
to the hype.
But what I'm telling you is in totality, when
see,
it
he
comes to
was just
wins,
a big cat.
since
That one
that
cat.
picture was taken of Odell and the boys down in Miami,
You mean
knew the
boat-
New York
you mean the-
Giants
you mean the
record
boat photo?
overall. Yeah, the boat photo. The overall record for the New York Giants at that time was fucking horrible.
Sure.
I mean,
Man,
that
man,
doesn't
ever
really-
since they
Is that
called
an
him
Odell
Justin Bieber in the
Beckham
club.
Is that an Odell Beckham stat or a New York Giants stat?
And that's why I said at the beginning, I said individually, he was putting up the numbers. However, in totality, as a team to measure a rate of success,
No,
the record for the New York Giants is fucking horrible. It's like 42 and 100 and some since then.
Bro, all his stats, him and Eli, all his stats came in garbage time. Sure. Well, But the thing is that I, when you're I talking remember about that shit like yesterday. overrated, you're judging him upon his contemporaries, right?
I'm just saying like what people remember for him for in his image was bigger than his overall
And he came in and facilitated the Rams and was consistent. And then I'm not going to fault him for getting hurt during the Super Bowl because he honestly, and the way that was going, he'd have been the MVP.
Again, I feel like we're not really like discussing actually like the aspects that result in him being like thought of as an overrated athlete. Because like
Odell Beckham used to get shut
when
down
he
for
first
3.5
when he first started, like for his first like 3-4 seasons, he was off to a historic pace, but his statistics just kind of tapered off after that. And like I said, he wasn't able to maintain it into years 5, 6, 7, 8.
Victor Cruz was better than him.
No, yeah, exactly, and I agree. And like
At
going
a
off
certain
that, like,
point.
does anyone remember what did Odell do when he was with the Browns?
I don't think he had bad years.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I think we're all in general like agreement that he would be a good example of like an overrated athlete.
Man, he was no like he was
Over
basically
guys
Victor
like
Cruz
what?
2.0.
Like, I mean, but I could think of, I mean,
considered like how he's
Alshon
remembered,
Jeffrey,
I should say.
right? Like there's guys that
Jahi.
Yeah, there's guys that I think had just as much hype, right? That did nowhere near as much as Odell.
Sure. I guess the whole thing with being overrated is it's an expectation.
And yeah, the hype.
Trying to call Odell Beckham
What
Jr.
he
Hall of
did.
Famer. Right?
Give me an example, Bert.
Right. Like OBJ will not make the Hall.
Yeah, not at all. Would you
Most
say, Gates?
definitely.
Give me an example.
Yeah, I mean, who do you think, as far as the NFL, like,
I mean, because Odell, like he was okay. Let me ask you, who do you think had more hype coming into the draft? Alshon Jeffrey or Odell? Odell.
Oh, Jared, I'm talking about
guess
after
Odell.
the catch.
What'd you say?
After the catch, Odell was the biggest thing on.
yeah.
I mean,
I don't know about, I can't answer that one because I
I
don't
think
remember.
leading up into the draft beforehand, I think it was still Alshon Jeffrey, if I remember correctly.
yeah, no, I'm not talking about the
no,
draft. I'm
Odell
talking about
He was
after
a first
made
round
the
pick still,
catch.
wasn't he? I don't know when Alshon Jeffrey got drafted.
I thought Alshon went first round too.
Did he?
I may be wrong.
Oh, wait,
I may
all
be
right,
wrong.
so
I may
wait,
be wrong.
I got a better one then, Bag.
Cam Newton.
Overrated Kyle Pitts.
No, Alshon Jeffrey did not have a lot of Yes, hype. Kyle Pitts is absolutely in the definition of overrated, right? Because he's finally showed some promise, but what he was projected coming out of college, right? He was supposed to be the next thing smoking, right?
And the highest tight end ever, like, drafted, I think.
Isn't
And-
that
and
ever-
what he O.J. did Howard. just up until at the end of last year, but definitely this year, he finally showed up, which is great because this is his 5th year, if I'm not mistaken, right? Isn't he a
Yeah, 5th year.
unrestricted free agent?
This will be his 5th year. Yeah, he's.
And
they
it's,
didn't retain it. They didn't pull up. They didn't
Yeah,
exercise
they didn't
his
retain.
5th
Okay,
year.
they didn't.
And his receiving touchdowns since
I
he's
don't-
been in the league is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I don't think that
hilarious.
Kyle
What
Pitts
about,
really makes sense as an overrated athlete though, because he never really performed at any point. Like he was like barely a 1,000 yard like receiver tight end his
He was
rookie
supposed
year.
to be the
But
next coming Julio Jones.
Yeah,
But I
he
think
was
Luka
supposed.
Doncic
He had the
is
most
right.
promise
You're
going in
talking-
out of any tight end through the draft since what? Kittle.
He was the highest drafted tight end, I think, of all time.
yeah, but I don't think he falls neatly into this because like here's an example. Like you look at Michael Vick on this list, right? People today think that Michael Vick is one of the best quarterbacks of his era, when in fact he's not even the best quarterback in Falcons.
He was one of the
franchise
best
history,
football players,
you know?
but as far
You
as
know what his
quarterbacks, not.
fucking
No,
best
no,
season
no.
was in the
Michael
That's
Vick
what
was
they-
never
I-
never an elite quarterback.
No. Does anybody know what his best season was with the Falcons?
Hey, Teofimo Lopez.
Wasn't he drafted in '97?
Yeah,
Again,
do you know
like,
what his best season was?
Lopez got
His last,
ass whooped.
probably.
Yeah, he got his ass handed to
No,
him.
as a Falcon.
Nope.
Do you have any idea what his numbers were?
You say like 19 touchdowns and like 12 interceptions.
His numbers were
2,800 yards.
2,500 yards, 19 touchdowns, and 14 interceptions.
Right. So, like, again, my point is that there are people who think that Michael Vick, like, they genuinely think that he's one of the best quarterbacks of his era.
Oh,
and like, if you actually go back and look back at him, it's not.
Somebody
he
just
doesn't
said
nearly
he
have.
was better than Lamar Jackson earlier.
Yeah, and that's why I said as far as
quarterback,
no.
You're right.
Someone
And
said
that's
that
why I
said
said
that
as
Vick
far
was
as
better than Lamar.
because Michael Vick came out and did something that no one has ever seen before.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
No one has
And that's
ever
why I
ran
said
like Michael Vick.
he's not a. I said he, as far as quarterbacks go, he was not one of the best, but he was one of
Yes,
the
he
best
was.
football players.
He was one of the best.
You know what he was? No, wait.
His last year in Atlanta, he threw for $4 grand.
He was.
Wait,
he
to
was.
Michael Vick's credit, did he have any receivers?
He was one of the best highlight reels.
No, Roddy White.
don't do
Roddy
that.
White was a young wide receiver when they got together.
Yo,
We're gonna act like Roddy
what were
White
Dan
doesn't
Marino's
exist?
fucking receivers? bro?
Roddy
Like,
White is like a number 2
when
wide receiver
Michael
anyway.
Vick ran the ball, he looked like he was on ice skates.
Yeah, he was a highlight reel in Atlanta,
but
especially.
throwing the ball, he was ass.
No,
Yeah, but
he
again,
threw
like,
for $4
even-
grand his last year in the ATL. And that's when he got the $100 million contract. He was finna take the fucking league over.
What?
Was he
Michael
though?
Vick was
I
not
mean,
good.
he never did before or since then though.
Now he had a great year in Philly. You know that.
He had a good year.
We're
in
not
Philly.
talking about Philly though. We're talking about Atlanta because in Philly he had basically every key to the castle.
And that's the thing.
you could
That's
think of.
why
what you mean?
we
Like,
say he's
bro,
overrated, because when you watch Michael Vick's
Bro,
Falcons
his
highlights,
rookie
90%
year, he went to
of
the
them are
playoffs
him
and beat Green
making
Bay. Green
defenders
Bay
look
had
like
never lost
idiots.
in the playoffs.
and running 90-yard fucking.
And you know what? Kaepernick did the same thing to the Packers.
Yeah. I mean,
no, you can't say that. You're not listening.
Yeah, I can
said,
because Colin
obviously,
Kaepernick
Vic
broke
did it
his playoff
first.
rushing record.
Vic did it first, obviously. Like Green Bay was a dominant team. We talking about with Brett Favre on it. We talking about the real deal Green Bay Packers. The ones that, first one, one Super Bowl.
Kaepernick
99.
did it to the same organization.
Yeah, well out.
And he broke Michael Vick's playoff rushing record.
Michael Vick laid the blueprint. Who did Michael Vick have to copy?
Yeah, but is anyone copying that nowadays? I mean,
of course they copying that. Everybody got a running quarterback. Everybody want a mobile quarterback.
Yeah, but what was there to copy? The fact that he was an athletic freak.
Lamar Jackson.
Pop off in a second.
Lamar Jackson.
Doesn't mean that he did it.
You act like it's bro. You act like being athletic is just like a
No, I'm acting like
run-of-the-mill type
the
thing.
fact that
Just
like
because someone did it better doesn't make it. He didn't do it better because he was the first doesn't mean he did it better.
I'm not saying,
Bro, that's overtime. He did do it better.
No,
When
I
he
think the
retired,
point
there was
is-
nobody near him.
The point of a quarterback goes to throw the ball. Like you got
When he retired, you want him to beat all the future players that will ever come in the league.
But now, a few years after he's been retired, there's people that are up and passing him. So his legacy
so
that
he's
didn't
fighting
last
the
long.
future.
The only thing that Michael Vick can be credited for is setting the tone and pace for what is allowed in the NFL, what people want in the NFL now, and for fighting dogs. That's it.
So he's fighting ghosts, right? He's fighting all the legends of the future that we don't even know coming into the league. He's battling them for your approval.
He just opened the door. I mean, not really.
Guys, respectfully, none of this has anything to do with whether or not we think that he was overrated. So
Look,
exactly.
I
So
think-
you can't
I think
compare
he's
him to a
overrated.
future player.
No.
I love Michael. I can't compare him to a future player.
I just
You
don't
can't
think he
compare
was the
him
best.
during his time.
Real quick.
no, he was
Real
never the
quick.
best
Hold
at
up.
that time.
One mic.
Stop saying that.
Would you
One mic.
ask Michael Vick
One
to
mic.
be your
Real quick. Let me ask you this. When it comes to running as a quarterback and it comes to passing, both entities, right? Both abilities. Lamar Jackson is by far better. He is the updated version. He is the hybrid between the two.
Sure.
There
What's
is
your
no
point?
fucking, it's not even close, right?
What the fuck
I
that
get
got to
it.
do with anybody?
I get Michael Vick is nostalgic, right? Cool. For what he did, it was awesome, right? But it's not comparative. Not even a little bit. Lamar Jackson is a top 5 passer rating quarterback of the history of the NFL.
Whoop-de-doo.
The-
So that's the reason Vic is not what he is.
No, I didn't
because of
say that's
Lamar
not what he
Jackson.
is. He
In
is
that
what he
case,
is, but he's
nobody's
not better than
anything.
Lamar
Bro,
Jackson.
nobody.
Real quick, can I say something?
There's
real
never
quick?
been
Can I
a
say
player that
something real
outdo what
quick?
Lamar has done.
Can I say something real quick? It's okay to set the tone for something, but people can come and make something better. They can improve on what you did.
Yeah, but that
Lamar
don't
Jackson has done
negate
that
what
in
you
every way.
did.
Yes. I was going to say that I think a better analogy here is that Lamar Jackson is the dual threat player that people think that Michael Vick was.
Correct.
And
There
that
you go.
is why I think that Michael Vick is overrated.
See, y'all stuck
considering-
on interceptions
Nah, I would-
because he don't got a lot of yards. Your boy do not throw for a lot of yards. Lamar Jackson does not throw for a lot of yards. He runs for a lot of
Yes,
yards.
he does.
No, he doesn't. He has one season where he threw for 4 grand.
Don't go down this road with this guy. Don't go down
He
the
had
road.
one season, just like Michael Vick, where he threw for 4 grand.
No. But he's always thrown
Jameis
for
Winston
over
threw for 4 grand
3,500
as a
yards, has he
rookie.
not?
Consistently.
Jameis threw for 4 grand as a rookie.
This guy's just talking, bro.
Consistently over 3,000 yards every season.
Lamar is also one of
3,000
the
yards
most,
is nothing to write home about.
Lamar
Michael Vick did that every time. Michael Vick did that too.
Real quick. You know Lamar threw for 41-4. I'll never let that down. He got robbed of the MVP. Are you kidding me? Are you comparing my
4,100
Lamar
yards is
Jackson?
nothing.
41-4. 41
That's a 10 to 1 interception to touchdown ratio.
Are you kidding me, bro? No, I'm sorry. I love Vic with all my heart.
Nobody's
I was
ever
born in
done that.
98. I love Vic.
Not even that guy, Aaron Rodgers.
The thing about Lamar Jackson is that he's also one of the most efficient quarterbacks that we've ever seen throwing the football. It's not all about the yardage. He is also great at avoiding turnovers.
I already said what it
sacks.
is. I know what it is. It's nothing else but the fact that he don't have
Regular season, he's top notch.
his
Playoffs,
touchdowns
we could have a
and
different
his
conversation.
interception ratio are great.
See,
Touchdowns,
see,
everything
Chicago.
else.
Motherfuckers acting like
is
he
rushing
don't
yards.
got
That's
no
it.
great
Hold on, real
playoff.
quick. Each touchdown interception rate.
All right, that was a-
You're just talking.
that was-
You're just
that was
talking.
a-
about-
Bag,
What's
that
up,
was
Jay?
that was a bad dig. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's not the end all be all for me. Like, yeah, I'm not like that.
But no, Lamar Jackson's 10 times better than Michael Vick. I'm sorry. I can't not.
I mean, bro, y'all trying to knock him. Bro, you can't even name nobody else. Like,
Yo, look,
I see
ain't
what y'all
nobody knocking
doing.
him.
I see what y'all
Randy
picking against
Cunningham.
each other.
Randy Cunningham. Like Randy
Where's the
Cunningham.
Cunningham?
if
Dante
y'all-
Culpepper. What are you talking
Like
about?
we can do, bro. Like, come on.
Randall
Justin
Cunningham. What
Herbert.
about him? What about Randall Cunningham?
Harker
Dante
then.
Culpepper.
Robert
He laid the
Griffin,
blueprint before
Campbell.
Michael Vick did. What you talking about?
They did what?
He
They
laid the blueprint before Vick did.
Michael Vick.
He
Oh my
inspired
God,
the
bro.
Michael Vick.
Yeah. Okay, wow. Okay.
Are you?
Yeah, Dante Culpepper too. That's why you said his name. Is that why you said Dante Culpepper?
Yeah. Dante Culpepper.
And
Randall Cunningham.
and Michael Vick modeled his game after Allen Iverson.
Oh my God, bro.
Allen Iverson used to be
Oh
a
my
quarterback.
God.
Don't lay down.
Cool.
Don't lay down.
He was the quarterback of Virginia.
Just because they're both
Yeah, he
from
played
Newport
football.
News.
Don't lay down.
He played
round of
football.
applause.
You didn't know Allen Iverson was a football player, a quarterback,
Yeah.
and he was
Yo, this
dazzling.
offseason's gonna
He was
be crazy,
amazing.
yo.
He was amazing.
He's in the hole, right? Got it.
Jesus Christ.
I think an overrated player in today's league is CJ Stroud. I think this is his proven year. After his rookie year, he was getting these top 5 nods, and I'm just that's crazy.
When do you start moving like Joe Burrow and you know what I mean? Like
Done already moved that McDonald's ice cream machine.
Like
he get over
the
here?
Houston quarterback. The Houston quarterback got to
Parker
go
Bill
too.
tomorrow. All right. What about
Stroud.
Justin
Stroud.
Herbert? You start moving Justin Herbert. He start creeping over to this top 10 list, or is he still like?
I mean, that could be a good argument because the fact that like
I mean, I would
No,
say
that's
Justin Herbert, but Justin
I've already
Herbert
said
had a great
Justin-
individual career. Like
Yeah,
I mean,
but-
he had a good individual
Okay,
career.
okay.
Your best ability is availability. I'm not going to hold your spot, right? When guys are actually on the field producing, right? Then you might have a better year than them in one of the years that you finish, right? A season. But the fact that it's not consistent, right? Like, come on, what are we doing? You gonna tell me the last 3 years that Jared Goff hasn't been better?
Yeah, who?
Joe Burrow.
Oh man.
Jay, we're
they
talking
neck
about
and neck.
overrated.
They neck and neck, man.
It's
No,
crazy.
not being overrated. I'm just talking about in like when we start doing the top 10.
You mean being safe?
I know you say availability is the best ability, but I can't credit Joe Burrow being hurt to him just being fragile. He takes a lot of hits. Like that's.
I'm not disputing that. Listen, what? It's football, bro.
Man, Jared Goff threw for like 47 yards in a blowout game.
Hold on a second.
Oh my God, what does that got to do with what he's
I
done
wanna
in the
check
last
something.
3 years?
Can somebody
Yeah,
see
you looking
how
at the
many
wins. His
injuries?
stats-
No, I'm not.
Yo,
No,
I
I'm
want to
not.
know
I'm
how
not
many
talking
injuries
about
fucking
wins.
Derek
Morris, you
David
know what you're talking
Carr
about. Hold up.
have when he
Hold
was
up.
the most fucking
Hold
hit
up, CJ.
quarterback.
I mean, hold up, JB. Wins are not a quarterback stat, Morris.
Well, that's the only reason we're speaking about it.
No, if you look at what the fuck Jared Goff has done
of course it's a
statistically the
stat.
last 3 years,
Of
bro.
course it's a stat.
It is a stat. You are correct, but it's not a quarterback stat, my guy.
Wins are not a quarterback stat. Stats what you do with the ball is a stat.
Wins
Yeah,
are
I mean,
just like we have to like
objectively what Jared Goff
Better
has
believe that.
done the last 3 years is better.
just like we have to regulate quarter or Super Bowl wins for quarterbacks. It's like, all right, well, we have what Trent Dilfer with a Super Bowl and fucking Brad Johnson.
If you want to talk about somebody overrated, Ben Roethlisberger.
So is he better than?
Whoa.
Is he better than?
Ben Roethlisberger was
Hold on,
overrated.
Is Trent Dilfer better than Josh Allen just because he won a Super Bowl?
No,
exactly.
Exactly.
That's another guy that's overrated.
It's
Josh
like-
Allen is overrated.
Okay.
Jeez, I would say
Yeah,
that.
you're just full of casual takes.
Yeah. Ben Roethlisberger, and now Josh Allen.
Sure. I'm sure he.
Why?
Wait,
I would love to hear why, but at the same time, I
I'm
don't.
gonna say the consensus is that Josh is the top 3 quarterback in the league. Are you telling me he's not?
Yeah, I'm telling you now. Like that rodeo is over with.
Who's better?
It's over with. That rodeo over with.
Is this Sinners?
Who's better?
Who we talking about?
No, because I said that because he called Josh overrated. I said most people's consensus is that Josh is the top 3 quarterback in football. He said he's not. So tell me, because the conversation is really him, Patrick, and Lamar, right? Those for the most part we know that's top 3. Who are the other ones outside of Patrick and Lamar?
I know we just said availability is the key, but you can throw Joe Burrow in there.
He's just
And
a
Matt
more
Stafford.
mobile Joe Burrow. That's all.
Talent-wise,
Okay, well, if he's a more mobile Joe Burrow, then between that and the fact that he's also on the field more, that would make him better than Joe. What are we doing?
Better than Joe don't mean nothing. What does that mean?
Oh my
You
God.
just said, wait, you're saying that Josh
That mean you're a legend or something?
Hold on. You're saying that
Nobody
Josh
said
is
anything
not,
about being a legend.
you're saying
Being
that
better
Josh,
than Joe don't make you
bro,
nothing.
oh
is
my
what I'm
God.
saying. What does that mean?
It makes him better than Joe.
like
Moo, one more.
you literally just said that you didn't think Josh was top 3. And okay, we know for most people the top 3 is some order of Lamar, Josh, and fucking Patrick. Some order of that, right? So other than Lamar and Patrick, who else are you saying is better than Josh right now?
I mean, I like a lot of quarterbacks, but
I didn't
Just
say
name
who you
them.
like. I said
let me think. I know you want some stats. You know,
No,
a
we want names.
statistician that's up
We
there.
want
on the
names.
level.
We didn't ask
I
for
mean,
stats.
but
We
I
want
don't
names.
care about who you like because if we talk about quarterbacks, I like Josh
Y'all
Allen
said-
at the
y'all
bottom
said
of my
wins
list.
don't
I don't
matter.
like him at all, but I can
We already
acknowledge
said
he's a really
wins
good
don't matter.
quarterback.
If you don't have him, if you don't have Josh Allen at number 2 or 3, you're a fucking hater.
Man, Jared, man, no. Matter of fact,
You're about to say Jared Goff?
No, St. Louis quarterback.
Easy.
Easy.
It's Los Angeles now, but Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford's not better than him.
Oh man, you crazy as hell.
Close, but Stafford's not
Nah,
better.
he way better. He way better.
No, he's not.
And then
Even Drake May.
Why?
Drake May.
Don't just say he is.
No,
Tell
no,
us
we're not-
why.
no, we're
just
not-
ask him to explain why, and then
You
you
cannot be
Longevity and consistency.
Wait, hold on, pause. You just contradicted the fuck out of yourself because you said, you said Stafford because of longevity and consistency, and then turn around and say Drake May is also better. How the fuck does that work?
Bro. So basically, you trying to say I got to use the same reason for every quarterback?
No, you said 2 different
Bro, I said
quarterbacks.
Drake
One
May,
is-
but not the same reason. Obviously,
You can't say this.
yeah.
What the
But
hell
Drake
does
May
Drake
is what
May
you
do
done for me
better?
lately.
You're really talking about
What does Drake May
With
do
Drake
better
May
than
is
Josh
what you done for
Allen?
me lately, and lately he's better.
No. What does Drake
Lately,
May do
he's
better than
better.
Josh Allen?
You don't get okay. So by that logic, would you have said that during Jaden Daniels, what was that rookie year? Would you have also said that he was better than Josh?
That year, of course, it was.
What the fuck? Okay, yeah, we're just yapping today. I see.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta give him.
And luckily to help your case, Jaden Daniels had a bad sophomore year.
And actually, hold on.
If Jaden would have duplicated his rookie year, you wouldn't be able to say nothing.
Yeah, but if my grandma had balls, she'd be my grandpa.
Yeah, but he asked me about the rookie year, so that's why I answered that. Duh.
Wait, hold on, Loki. You set yourself up because Jaden didn't even have better numbers than Josh that year. I hope you know that.
What he had?
He didn't have better numbers than Josh. I'll pull it.
What he had? What he had?
Jaden had one of the best rookie seasons at that time, but Josh won the MVP that year.
We can compare the rookie years if that's the case.
No. We said who was better at the time. We're not talking about
what the fuck?
I'm you know that moment from like Billy Madison where they had that debate?
I don't know about bro, but I really make a strong case for Joe Burrow. I know he's been injured, but when he's not, you can't tell me he's not a better quarterback than Josh Allen. Besides the mobility, I can give you that he's definitely less mobile than Josh, but he's a better passer. I think he controls the offense more because he's a pocket passer, and people say those are dying in this league. And he's been to the Super Bowl already as a pocket passer.
That doesn't mean you're better than so yet again, that boils back down to my question, right? Just because he's been to a Super Bowl doesn't make him better than Josh Allen. Just like Trent Dilfer winning a Super Bowl does not make him better than Josh Allen, right? Playing the quarterback position. No, I'm not that. Playing the quarterback position, that guys are going to have different skill sets, different talents, right? Yes, I agree. At a pocket presence, Joe Burrow is better because that's his game. That's what he has to do. But Josh Allen is damn near just as good with throwing the ball in the pocket, but he is way better with extending plays and, you know what I mean, running the ball. It's not even fucking close.
That's true. It's not. That's true. It's not.
So this sounds even. It sounds even, but not even.
What I was
It
trying
sounds
to say,
even, but not even.
What I was trying to say
It's not smart.
is in a league where his style of quarterback is dying, he's thriving. That's my point. To me, that's
So is Matthew Stafford.
Hold on. And even the whole narrative of quote unquote pocket QBs dying, even that's kind of a BS narrative. The only difference now is that as a quarterback, you gotta at least be able to escape a little bit. Because if you're like have Tom Brady or Peyton Manning levels of mobility, guess what? You're going to get killed. I'm sorry, these defenders are way too athletic. You're not my fault, yeah. But you're not going to be able to just sit back there and no mobility whatsoever. That's the only reason they say pocket quarterbacks are dying. But there's still plenty of quarterbacks that dice you up from the pocket. So let's not.
Ain't no quick passing. Ain't no quick passing because if Drew Brees
that's why, but that's why Peyton
still be throwing every down.
That's why Peyton, as far as like his style of play, the statue in the pocket was called the sheriff.
The dude was 40 years old.
Intelligence.
Tom Brady did the same
The
shit.
king of the audible.
Tom Brady was an anomaly.
He wasn't no damn anomaly like he's something special.
Yes, he
He's
was.
a damn game manager.
He played until he was 45, my bro.
That's
He's a
literally being an
game
anomaly,
manager.
bro.
That's literally an anomaly.
Yes.
So he's a game man. I mean,
yeah, not athletically then.
Wait.
Not
No, hold
athletic.
on.
You don't have to.
You
What
can
the fuck?
actually say.
He was
Nobody said
never
anything about his
that
That
was
is the
never
most
athletic.
bland
Did you
athlete
see-
who ever
Did you
played
see his
football.
pro day? Did you see when he
I'm gonna say, I
broke?
literally just Nobody can throw a football close to 100.
Decades. You realize that?
Bro, yeah, you don't know nothing.
Nobody can throw a football close.
Is this sinners?
Yeah, yes, they can.
No, they can't.
Yeah.
The hardest, in terms of NFL quarterbacks all time, the hardest somebody can probably throw it, I'll give them like maybe 70, 75.
Well, that's not
really-
that
that's
sounds
really
close
good.
enough.
I thought it was 65.
That's
You
not
don't
close
believe-
enough.
But that
I'm
stat
sure
line
I'm
doesn't
sure
matter.
Brett
at
Favre
all
threw it
as a
faster than that.
Brett Favre, you
and Vic.
You
And
think
Michael Vick.
You think Brett Favre could throw the football almost 80 miles an hour?
You just said 75, 77. Yeah, I'm sure he can.
No, I said 70 to 75.
I'm sure he can.
No, bro, I don't think y'all understand how. Okay,
You wasn't even
No,
alive back when
I
Brett Favre
understand
played
your take,
Yes,
but
I
at the same
was.
He was
time,
not
the stat lines is
alive.
better.
yes, I was, and here's the thing. There's this.
He was a tadpole though.
Okay. There's this wonderful thing called the internet and YouTube where you can go
And
back
they don't,
and watch
and you'll
the shit.
never get the full scoop.
Okay,
You don't even
motherfucker,
watch a whole game.
Wait, hold on. We're
You
not
don't
talking-
even got no
wait,
commentators from back then speaking no more.
Wait, stop it, right? Okay, so for one, there are some. Wait, so for one, there are some that do still call games. That's number one. Number two,
And you're not gonna watch it.
Hold on, stop.
It's
right?
called
We're
4
not-
hours long.
Wait, again, stop. Right? We're not sitting here talking about
First of all, can you stop with the 75 miles per hour? Okay, you're not throwing a football at 75 miles per hour.
That's what I'm saying. This is dumbass argument.
The NFL record is 61.98 miles per hour.
Okay, thank you. Because this motherfucker's trying to tell me that somebody could throw a football close to 100 miles an hour.
We're losing brain cells with this dude.
Yeah, I'm about to say he's a casual, bro. He don't know what the hell he's talking about. Man. Simple and playing, bro.
Yeah.
Does not know what he's talking about.
I ain't gonna lie though. Why Jake Paul on this list? Because I ain't think nobody really took him serious like that.
Yeah, I don't either. He's not a boxer. He's a
I didn't know people rated him.
exhibitionist
Yeah, I
entertainer.
didn't know people rated him, so I'm kind of like, why he up there?
That's my personal opinion.
Yeah. According to Google, it says Brett Favre routinely threw it in the 60s. So yeah, it was in the 60s.
When did they start tracking that?
Who cares?
Y'all just said they got old film. You think they can't tell? No. Yeah, sure they can. Yeah.
No, they can't, because they also said
I'm sure they can.
that they had some type of clock that said Nolan Ryan pitched at 106 miles per hour, but it was nowhere near as accurate as the radar guns today as it was in 1968.
We ain't talking about radar gun. I'm talking
I
about
thought
footage.
somebody tried to say he threw over 110. I'm like,
So
all
wait,
right,
so how do you think they're gonna clock a football?
By the film, he said.
By the film. Okay.
Yeah.
So that means they
You can
can't
take a
clock a
guess.
baseball by the film.
You could take a guess. You could
Bag,
you know,
bag,
Now you can do the math.
No,
Yeah,
bag.
that's what I'm saying.
No, bag. It's the math. The math checks out. It's all eye test, bro. It makes sense.
Yeah.
I can just see it. I can just see how fast he throws the ball, bro.
mind you, bro, a baseball, like, oh my God. If somebody was throwing a football anywhere close to 100 miles an hour, I want you to understand that's breaking somebody's hand.
Yeah, Brett Favre broke hands.
But it wasn't 100 miles an hour.
Like all of his, like Antonio Freeman had every finger on his hand broken catching Brett Favre passes.
Yeah, fingers are easy to break, my guy.
Fingers.
Well, he just said that, so I mentioned that. I don't
He
give
said
it.
breaking hands.
I don't give a damn. I ain't never broke mine.
But what I'm saying is, if you're
So
throwing,
don't construct your argument off of something he didn't say.
I'm gonna say, if you're throwing close to 100 with a football,
He did say that. He said it would
I
break
said-
hands.
Break somebody's hands,
he
not
broke it.
fingers.
Man,
But
shut your lame ass up.
a broken finger and a broken hand is different. I need.
No, my fault. You can't listen, my guy.
I would hope we could understand that, but
Words
like,
are important.
with because
That's why I spoke on it, dummy.
Trust me.
No, you didn't. You constructed an argument that he didn't say.
No,
he didn't say
I
he
didn't
didn't
construct the argument. I
No,
mentioned that.
No, you tried
yes.
to. You failed.
Brett Favre did break hands.
Wait, hold
That's
He
what
broke
he did.
fingers. You said he broke
I want
fingers.
to be.
Who
That's what
cares,
he did.
bro? Who
Hold on.
cares?
Let me be clear with what I'm saying, since I want to mince words and shit. When I say it was breaking, I don't mean
Who missed a word?
I don't mean somebody. I don't mean somebody. You know,
It ain't all about
somebody
what you
dropped
mean.
me
It's about
for-
what I mean too.
Oh my fucking. I don't mean one person.
So
dropped
I'm
me
not
for-
riding your coattail or nothing. Like whatever you talking about, bro.
Okay.
You're not listening or waiting to like.
You don't.
No, you is.
You're
You the one-
responding.
You the one got me
Either way,
pissed
I
off.
want-
You're not
either way,
listening to
I don't
understand.
think
You're
we
listening to
understand the difference
respond.
between a baseball and a football. As somebody who played baseball for years and has accidentally got a couple balls off of my hand that were going even just 80 miles an hour, and that shit hurt like a motherfucker. I want you to understand.
This non-casual podcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or reused without the authorized written consent of the Not Move Podcast Network. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.